rap music, mother. How many I know y'all talk?
Did y'all grow with both people? You did? Okay,
Well, that's the first of the book.
That's
going to happen on our
This is Deuteronomy 28:16. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. There you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. And they got a pyramid in there. They got that big ass basketball pyramid, and then in Las Vegas they got pyramids. That's right. This is Egypt again. All over. So you slave shit. Like,
what is the facade? So-called black people. We came over there slave. Our moms, our grandparents, our forefathers, slaves. Stripping them down. Which one of y'all ever want? Which one of y'all want to be the president? Or just say y'all got? Well, I understand, but in order to do that, you gotta get a permission. That means you gotta go out there and get permission. You need a permission. I'm just showing you what you're saying.
I'm gonna read this. This is Deuteronomy and 48. It says, therefore, no, I'm sorry, 47. Because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness.
One thing that happens is you do that.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna get it. It says, it's Deuteronomy 47.
We were taught to go. We were not practicing. You know the fellow against your
That makes sense.
That doesn't make sense. I know you knew your crown, right? And we were taught you were black.
Look at that man right there. Did he match my truck? Did my truck? My truck is actually white, right? That man ain't white. This woman ain't white. I'm gonna read this. It says, verse 47, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send upon thee. Oh, yeah, here's the punishment. We're not supposed to think about that. We're supposed to do the world. Do the scripture. The Lord, the Spirit, the Lord, the Lord. I mean, I know this sounds foreign, it sounds crazy. Play a funny ass thing. I kind of believe that. This is no. It tells you in the Bible that the Lord was so far. Look, we go on your own time. Bring up one Revelation 1:13. And I'm gonna tell you that story. You know it's messed up, right? Hey, yeah, I know it's messed up, right? Because your own so-called blasphemy is hinderable, right? And it's all in the curses, right? It tells you the spirit of so-called blasphemy when you fall. I gave a faith check. I'm gonna finish. These are all curses. These are curses that we so the Lord says that see the Bible is not for everybody. It's for the people. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy, which Yahweh shall send upon thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. They just said, after what, April 15th, get them more welfare, get them more sexual yourself. We are oppressed. Right? It says, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. We had to go to the super white man. You could go more for trouble. You got, boom, got hot, got all the people. But you read the scripture, it's a law
And we should take care of our own people.
Hey, we can't even go to all our people and get stuff together anyway because the curses say your eyes will be evil for your brothers.
Right? Hey, even the shoes got out like that. The Yeezys on. You know those are designed after the old slave shoes.
I know that. I know that. I know that. Yeah. Like back then, like when you was time, like Kanye and everything, look at that.
Yeah. So, like, I got you.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I know that. I got that. I got that.
They designed the whole Yeezy. The most expensive Yeezys look just like it. You know? Hey, that's my thing. Yeah. And those shoes is priced like out of this world. You know what I'm saying? $300-$400. You getting some ancient old slave shoes. Yep. And the thing about it, some people think was actually benefit to society. All our people are doing that. That's why they need that. They don't have to think. Our forefathers, they hung on the tree, had picnics, the shit first far with them burning, cutting out breaking out women. See, that was back in the day. They ain't gotta do that no more. All y'all gotta do is say, I'll take the officer. They think they free. Give these niggas a job. Let these niggas be rap. Give these niggas a deal. They gonna make us millions. Yeah, the reason the so-called white man gotta hang us on trees no more is because we doing it to ourselves. We do some joints in our community, set up some games, black music, hip hop, all that. They good boys. You shoot your homeboy because he got a different flag on. You end up selling the so-called white man's product out there because all that product is so-called white man. Weed, heroin, coke, all that shit comes from him. We punch that shit in our community. And even so we'll kill each other and rival over each other so we get in the prison system where he further makes money off. The prison system is very big money. Yeah, that's the same person.
So they took his image. Right. I think it was he was Alexander Pope's sixth son.
Yeah, right.
They took his son. They took his image and made this as the king of the son of the Lord.
They came on a showtime.
With the boy
Jesus. That's him. Somebody actually posed that picture. That is not like that. See, our grandmother, big mom,
right? Because they didn't know. Because nobody had the understanding of the truth.
It goes right along with white supremacy. Like he was going into. Yep. The world England calls Jesus Christ was actually a so-called black man. He'll be a dark skinned man.
I'm gonna read it. This is I'm gonna just take the point. This is back from 1 to 6. No, like Romans Revelation. Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the seven golden, and in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, something that they paid. Hey, what's one thing that so-called black people don't like to do? They don't like to read. They want stuff given to them. You know what I'm saying? So if you put money in the book, you think a Jacob's gonna find the money in the book? No. Yeah. So it says, clothed with a garment down to the foot and girt about the back with a golden girdle. This is a garment. It's not a dress. This is a garment. This is what you're wearing when you come back to the kingdom. Something like this. You're not going to be wearing Yeezys, mocking you as, when you was a slave. Yo, Edomites will be wearing slaves. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah.
They about to be all slaves. You know, like the table's about to turn. All these, how the so-called white men had us in captivity, which was still in captivity. But we're about to take them into captivity. They're about to serve us in the kingdom. That's what the so-called white man doesn't want you to know. Because these people always talking about you reap so, which basically put in.
But the white man can't get that when he done break, rob, and murder your whole damn time in existence.
Right. He has a faith for what he did to us. And it's even better to take. Right, karma. You know what I'm saying?
I'm get it.
Right. So it deals with them. They don't want to have a white man. Right. Big mama, shut up. Your mama, shut up. Right.
This is the
white man can do no wrong. I'm going to do it.
I got it. This is Galatians 6-7. It says, "Be not deceived. The Most High Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man sows, that he shall also reap." So just like you're saying, if you do something, you're gonna get the Lord's gonna pay you back. Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of that.
I'm trying to rule over him. If you ain't ruling over nobody now, you're not gonna go to the king.
Hey, that's why he can walk around freely with no work. The slaves are
and that's the classic. That's the classic of the white. That's a classic white man, like you say. Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't have any running slavery. I didn't do it. But he's reaping the benefits off what his ancestors did.
You can go look up right now company that has
JP Morgan, all these big top companies were established to enslave. Say you had a business, you grew your business to be a multi-billion-dollar business. Say you died, your sons carry on that business and they raise the city and now it's $1 trillion company. All your children from there on out, your grandchildren are all reaping the benefits off of what you started. You know, they don't have to work no more.
I think I could, you know, you got together that team. It could be fun like banks loan you money, put up banks, everything come back to them. They can punch you. How you been able to punch money to you credit? Slavery.
Hey, but there's one important thing there. Y'all don't think nothing else out of this conversation. There's a RFID CHI test. I don't want to say it how because they record, they be recording, they'll affect the thing. But they come out with this new digital type money, this cryptocurrency. The only way you're gonna be able to spend that currency is if you have some type of don't take it. It don't matter if you ain't got nothing. If you believe in a God, the Bible will take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got vaccinated? If you did it, hey man. No, you ain't had to do that shit, man. They wanted you to think that, man.
I ain't want to.
How old are you? Yeah, you old enough to tell your father no. You know? You don't gotta come to school. I joined the army after I got that high school. I didn't have to go to college. My dad won't be good. What you want?
You gotta understand, our people are slaves.
Well, that just further shows you who's in power. For them to be able to make a mandate when you gotta take something in order to come to school, shows you that it's so-called white man's in power. You know?
Hey, Lord's will, hey, you part of the, number to elect, hey, Lord's will. But that just shows you the corporate man is in power. You can tell, this is what they tell you. Our parents, they don't have the truth, but they understand that Christianity was for slaves.
And the so-called white man is not concerned about your health. Pushing this narrative that's concerned about people being healthy under the umbrella of pandemic disease. Meanwhile, he'll put every corner's got a soda machine, every corner's got a McDonald's, you got GMO food, you got all this bullshit out here that destroys your health. He's spraying chemtrails in the air. Meanwhile, he says he's concerned about your health, but he's really not. He's really trying to turn everybody into robots.
Right.
This is Revelation 1 and 14. And so it describes what John the Revelator saw the Lord. Right? I'm sorry. And this Revelation 1 and 13, in the midst of the seven golden, in the midst of the seven. Yeah, that's
I got that.
Yeah, it says, and in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot.
That's psychological. That's why people are so quick to kill each other and fight each other. When it comes to niggas,
yeah, when the police knock on the door and say FBI open up, what do our people do, man? They flush that shit down the toilet, they hands up, hands behind their back.
Gang niggas be hard. Let one of us come down there.
Right.
They went right. When the white man come in the neighborhood, these niggas.
Yep.
They ready
to lay down, bro. They ready to lay down.
We ain't up here to tell nobody. Yeah, we're not yet,
And the music propagates that, that gangster. Right.
Ain't gangster, man.
The white people in Hollywood ain't gangster. They entertainers. They keep your mind. They got the kids going to college. They living out in a gated community. Half that shit they talk about, man, they ain't really did that shit, man.
That DJ said, "Chopper shot, nigga."
But that nigga wanted gender fluid. That nigga wanted gender fluid baby too. Y'all know what that is? Yeah. To get into Hollywood, man, you gotta sell your soul, man. You gotta do some homosexual act. You gotta push some agenda or some narrative that they're making you push. Man. You basically gotta sell out and bow down to the so-called white man to make it in Hollywood, man. Bro,
like I said, man,
I'm gonna finish reading this. It's verse 14. Now this is very
very important. See, a black woman, took a black woman, I took the just took a black woman to the fucking earth. They went back in, took a white woman. Now they took a black woman to the fucking slut.
They sluts too, man. But all women are whores, man. All of them. They slut with one more than one man. You know what I'm saying?
The so-called Latino black woman, they done massive protection over the so-called white woman. The so-called black Latino woman, they're the biggest thing over there. Right?
They
say they're still independent. Everything makes sense.
This is a very key important indicator.
She won't call the white man a nigga.
Yeah, he the real nigga. A nigga means a stinky person. This is Revelation 1 and 14. It says his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And tells you that doing his ministry, or everything that he did, his hair was white. He had blue skin.
It says his head and his hairs were white like wool. And who got a key on? Who got a key on? Like the brown key.
You might look on their phone and put up a picture. Put up a video.
It says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like the fine.
Now, because back in that day, you didn't wear Jordan. There you go. You wore like flip flops. Keep going.
It says and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
What's the color of brass?
Look at the feet. No, we don't. No, you can't have extra things.
Go to Exodus 20 tells you to have no likeness, nothing on the earth, or no likeness at all. That's just so cool. Like, because we get that Exodus 20.
Hey, but that's a false God. There's only one God.
That's idolatry.
There's only one God.
That's the first time you serve the white people. That's not the thing I can do. Nowhere in the scripture that image doesn't speak up, right?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 5. Oh, let me finish it right quick. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Go back up to the
14?
As you burn.
Oh, okay. This is Revelation 1 and 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
So he saw his feet, go ahead.
Because John the Revelator was bound down. And as if they burned in a furnace.
So he said the feet like fine brass. But it said as if it burned in a furnace. You throw anything in a furnace, what color is it? Dark. That's a close depiction of what the world would look like. A dark skinned man. So who is this?
This is a lie, man. This is the devil.
I ain't gonna lie, when I was a kid, I grew up in Puerto Rico. Listen, I grew up in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I saw that many times. That's Babylon, man. We've been standing here for like a lot of water. We're gonna put all that up in the subject. Give me that to turn up things upside down.
You said we stay in a lot of shit that happened. That's so them spitting devils, the demons, right?
Give me that scripture to turn up things upside down.
I'm gonna read this.
Demons was in the house watching TV. Like, you know what? I got you doing this. I'm gonna go outside. I don't know why I'm out here.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 5.
Give me
this is 5 and 7. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the." This is Deuteronomy 5 and 7. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt. Exodus.
King. That's why the Lord said Babylonian Empire, Serbian captivity, Persian and Medes, Greek and Roman captivity, and now why? Because our people so simply turn out that we don't need fight. Right?
This is
That's why everything you do, you gotta sign. Sign right here. They give you a book, big ass book, and you know damn well you ain't reading. You don't know what they're doing. You just read. They don't know what you're doing, man. But everything you gotta do to conduct yourself a business here, you gotta go to the social right hand for. That's a punishment. That's a curse, right? And that's pretty much the whole message. Our people gotta repent. They gotta come up to that response, right? Because America's gonna be destroyed, right?
Sure. It says, thou shalt not make thee any graven image.
Graven image. That was erected by him. Michael, what is it? Michael D'Angelo.
Yeah.
And what's the other?
Leonardo da Vinci. So back in the 14th century, the Renaissance period, y'all ever heard of the Renaissance era? That means rebirth. So the white man came back into power during the Renaissance power. During the Renaissance period.
Michael D'Angelo and Leonardo da Vinci, they erected that image. Right?
It says,
so you're not a black man. That's mean. That's an assault. You're a Hebrew Israelite. The so-called Jews. I mean,
yeah, where they had the white guy and the man touching hands and the motherfucker was naked. That's mockery to the Lord, you know?
All that is idolatry. The Lord says you should not participate.
It says, or any likeness
it's very important that it's very important that you understand you are the Jew. So-called black people in America, y'all are the real Jews. Y'all are not niggas. Y'all are not black. That's an insult. You're the gods of the earth, man.
If one of y'all pull out the phone and just Google definition of what is black, what is black?
It might not come up. It might. Yeah, it ain't gonna come up. Yeah. Because see, since we've been out here, they had to change a lot of things. So you can't search that no more. They're gonna dilute it.
You know? But it needs to be void of light.
This is black as an adjective. It says opposite of white, dirty, messy, without light, dark, illegal, smuggled, disastrous, dismal, obscure, sullen.
It's only black culture, right?
Bad tempered, anchored, horrible, grotesque.
The black woman says she's single. She don't need no man. Right?
Malignant, unlucky, unhappy.
The black man say, I can't. I'm missing that. They look at it. Gunshot every goddamn day.
Right? It says depressed. Now here's the adjective for white. It says innocent, unstained, right? Pure, unblemished, anti-revolutionary.
When you call yourself black, that's why when you see our people, they got their head down. Because they're ashamed of themselves. You got nothing to be ashamed of. You're the prince. We are Yasharal, the prince of the power. We are Hebrew Israel. We're not just
right. We're above all these other nations on earth,
man.
All these other nations, we're above them, man.
Especially above them. You know? We're going to slavery, my man. You gotta pay, you gotta reap what you sow. You know? We're preaching the Bible, you know? We're teaching the lies of the so-called white people.
This is a lie right here, you know that? This is what your people did, you know that? This is not what the God son.
That's idolatry. That's image worship.
This is not what the son of the Bible looks like, man. The God of the son, God's son looks like. I think we get it up.
No, because the so-called white man put that out. Who made Facebook? Who
was the FBI?
Who was the FBI? You see how the person man? You see how the person man? You all know some white people run the FBI, man.
Y'all run the fucking government.
You won the world. Give me Job 9:24. The earth has been given to the hands of the wicked.
Oh, let me finish this out.
It, bro.
It says,
they come in as a what's the scripture say? Where comest thou, Satan?
What's comest thou, Satan?
They kind of slither in, you know. The hell out of here, man.
This is continuing on for white. It says anti-revolutionary, reliable, favorable, honorable, honest.
Don't. Now he would have came up to the so bunch of black women. They would shut the fuck up. And she would have called you a nigga.
It says reliable, favorable, honorable, honest, upright, without bloodshed.
That's why when the so white man come on,
everybody shut up. What?
Everybody turns to a little submissive. The white man can't do no wrong.
But then this motherfucker start the Revolutionary War.
I'm gonna read that again. It says without bloodshed, free from guilt.
That's the man. So white man. Give me the
I got this. This is John 10:10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Right.
I am come that they might have life and that they may have it more
The
abundant.
Heavenly Father, so for white man, the biggest creature on earth. He took our identity. Give me the scripture says, give me Jeremiah, what is
17:4.
Yep. We shall lose our heritage. Give me Psalms 83. I know you jumped.
This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine
Yeah,
heritage.
so-called Black, Latino, Hispanic, Native American. Our language. Come on, man. We don't speak. This is not our language is Hebrew.
Going back to the curses, the Lord said that He'll put a nation over you whose tongue that you won't be able to understand.
Right.
And once you, since we're joined into the so-called white man, when I say joined to him, because we're in the land that he ran over, we took on his customs, we took on his language. So now we speak English. The whole world speaks English. That's
we go to college. Who do you learn it?
And even the people that were over here before the so-called white man came over here spoke Hebrew. You know, the so-called Native Americans, Northern Kingdom, so-called Chinese. You know, the so-called white actually stole this land from the so-called Native Americans.
Yeah, before the Latinos spoke Spanish, they spoke Hebrew. Right. We're brothers. Latino, Hispanic, so-called Mexican, Native American. Right. We are the same nation.
Those individuals that came over here, they were Spaniards. That's why the so-called Mexicans, they speak Spanish now, because the Spaniards, they were Edomites. They came from Europe and they fucked the whole place up. They raped, robbed the women and children. They cut off the hands of the men that couldn't get enough gold out of their out of the caverns and all that. They hung the men upside. They hung the women upside down, cut their stomachs out, thumped on their heads of the baby. The white man got to pay for all that. All this stuff in this book that we read, you got to read and say something.
See, that's why they don't have to. They ain't got to kill us like they might shoot. But the damage is done. Our people, our parents, they taught us fear. Our parents taught us fear. A lot of us grew up single mother homes. You got to read the book that Willie Lynch wrote. It was a decree to destroy the so-called black woman's mind. She was raised like a woman. Why do you think they promote so-called black women? Well, I know y'all think they go back to Eve and a circle in the garden, but see, the so-called black woman has been a very useful instrument for the society. That's why they promote her like that. Right? You know, because see, our mothers, the majority of our mothers have destroyed us, and you know, the truth is the light. Go ahead.
Hey, the word of the Lord is the truth, man. I'm gonna get down
That's
one
right.
one.
You got it.
Did you have something else?
No, go ahead. I think it all destroyed.
They no, man.
But you gotta understand though, our people have been scattered all over the world. So some of our people are actually gonna look like these other nations. So don't just go off color. You know, even some of the other nations are gonna look like us. You know, so a process of sticking with the man pays you go out here and have a white man and have a son. That son is still of your nationality. You know, that son would be still a so-called Jew and try to be it.
Do y'all see yourself on here? Like your father? It's not y'all may specifically may not be Negro. Y'all could be from Haitian. This dude, he's a Manassite, but he like so-called Negro, don't he? He's a Cuban. This one's a Cuban. This brother, he's a North Negro. But it's about, like the brother said,
you even got some of our people that look like the so-called white man. You know, their father might have. I mean, look at sports, man.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
Blake
Griffin.
Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah, hey, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. You can tell by their act, by their mannerisms.
Right. Yeah. The scripture says we're the salt of the earth, and we got to play. Back when, going back to 1970 when the NBA was all white, they didn't have no three-point line.
Yeah.
You know, they only threw with one hand.
None of that.
You know, when Jay came into the league, they had to make a three-point line. They had to put all these other lines inside the key, 3 seconds in the key. All types of rules came because Jake was jumping out the gym. They're like, oh, hell no.
Larry Bird, that's a Jake. Larry Bird, that's a Jake.
Larry Bird, that's a Jake.
He was made a society. The thing about a so-called white man makes you you don't see no benefit for that.
Right.
Our people were slaves, we're in our captive. But our Lord is telling us come back to Him. He's gonna give us our home. He's gonna rule over the nation.
Hey, to repent means to change your mind. So when you change your mind, your actions going to change.
Basically, what we're saying, you stop calling yourself black.
That's one thing right there.
You're not black. You're a Hebrew. Go ahead. Go back to what is it, Jeremiah 17:4? But they give me a song really quick. I got we lost who we were. Why? Because all the social construct, all of the legislation was geared to destroy our people as a nation. Because, and that's why they don't even show a lot of history of what happened to our people. Rebellion, because they don't want our people to that warrior mindset. That's why they pretty much promote fashion, payment. That's why so-called black men got that warrior spirit anymore. They want to be the whole time. They want so-called black dudes want to be divas, man. They want to be pretty and fast.
That's that effeminate spirit.
Yeah, that feminine shit, man.
And the Lord going to destroy effeminate spirit.
It tells you that in Romans, and in the book of Romans, man. Got it?
Huh? Yeah, they go there. So the Lord going to destroy faggots, man. Homosexuals.
We got that. We don't get that.
Yeah. It says, this is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself
Let me do that 22:5.
shall discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee. And the inheritance that the Lord gave us was his name. That's one of the law, faith, commandments. When we turn to other gods to worship shit like this, the Lord took our name, his name from us. He turned his back on us because we turned our back on him.
He took our nationality.
Yep.
Now we become like them. We envy the so-called white. Our people envy the so-called white people. However, in the scripture that says in Jeremiah says, "Why children thy way to seek love?" That's why the so-called black men they change it so constantly so the so-called white they can love it. So the so-called white men will never love our people. They hate us. They are enemies, right?
It says that from thine inheritance that I gave you, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land.
Not your friend, not your buddy. You know, some women always say, "Oh, we're all the same. It's all about love. It's all it is." But when you look at the so-called white man, when has he ever showed us love? Bob, he gave you
a job.
He gave you a job. He gave you
discount.
What's the
education?
How you get
a degree?
What's that? What's the word?
A scholarship.
He gave you a scholarship.
A grant.
He gave you a grant to go to goddamn school. Come on, man.
And then when you get your college education, you probably not gonna go into the workforce for what you went to the damn school system for. Because either the workforce that you go to the because when you get your degree, the work where you selected your with your degree for, the workforce might be filled with it, so you may have to go somewhere else and get a job. Yeah, I know motherfuckers that got degrees and they doing shit for degrees, working at McDonald's, man.
Majority of millionaires never went to college. People that run this world, they give you, they push for you because again,
it's a big scam.
It's a scam. Our people are pimps. We're being pimps. They can make millions off. They give you a fake facade that we're all the same, all equal, very power. You have a piece of the pie, but that's not. And they give you Will Smith, they give you little entertainment, rapper, Nicki Minaj. They give you this facade that, see, there's some black people that's higher up. That's a facade to keep your ass active. That's why I'm saying, see, when you go back, they don't got to hang up the trees no more. So the work has been done. Our fear is in our minds now. Blacks are good boys. So-called Latinos are good boys. They keep the slaves happy. Get them money. Give them entertainment. They're going to act up. But if they do, throw them in jail. Or just shoot them in the street. If you keep throwing it in your mind on TV, that you got to know. But it's the same thing for the But the main point is, we got the setup. We got the standard. We ain't got to kill these niggas no more.
Right. There's a so-called war on drugs, and they so-called look down upon people selling drugs, gang banging, killing people out here. But then you go on TV and look at what's going on in Hollywood, and they promote all this shit. You don't see the so-called white man taking down their videos or making a decree where we don't no longer allow rap music to be pushed on that high level no more.
They said in New York, they trying to ban drill.
You know?
But they don't want to drill and drill. Right. They want drill.
That was important. That was an important tool to fuel our people. Because let's face it, the majority of our people got that whole hustling mindset, that whole representing the game from TV and Hollywood, man, from movies. These old movies going back to Paid in Full. They watch these movies and saw like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to go out there. I want to sell, this and that. And I want to become rich and make it to the top, man. it's actual in all. It's not real, man. That whole ladder of success and climbing that and reaching the top is all facade, man. It ain't real. You know, it's like the Matrix. You got that one. Nah, I got one. So, Deuteronomy 22. Get that. What's that? Somewhere. We just waiting, man. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all good. We out here, bro. We out here on the Friday. Nah, you just look us up. GMS, Great Millstone, Virginia, bro. All right, Great Millstone. Yeah, GMS, Great Millstone. Y'all, hey, repent though. You guys appreciate it. Yeah. You say, listen. They gonna see something.
They said, well, yo, it's a lot of crazy shit that's going on. It's all going to shit, you know. Hey, what is it? The seed has been planted up to y'all, but to water, you know. You can still bring it out. Got it.
It's Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man.
And that's clearly what the women are wearing. You know, women wear pants, women are masculine, women are, women want, they believe they're men. They said they got to step up to the plate. And they said men ain't, you know. The women are fully geared to be men. They want to be men. They they want to be a man so bad. They're actually envious that they can't do the things that men can. So this word is upside down. Go ahead.
It says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Now the men, they turn things upside down, and now the men want to do what the woman is pertaining to, you know. Woman supposed to serve her man and love her man, but now you got these men that want to do that. They want to goddamn they want to please the woman and chase the goddamn woman, you know. But this society is ass backwards, man. You know. Got it, bro.
It says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination
now,
unto the
niggas down. You go on these TikTok, go on the social media. Jake niggas always think it's funny to throw in a goddamn woman's wig, throwing a woman's clothing. Act like they mama. They think this shit is cute, man.
Yeah,
that's an abomination.
Yeah,
man.
you ain't gonna make it up in the comedian acting world. Even if you one of these social media, Instagram comedians, if you go to the comment board, you'll see a whole lot of people that these up and coming comedians that got maybe like, a whole lot of subscribers. They go on these little TikTok, Instagram videos. They be like, you see somebody in the comment, like, it'd be real funny if you put a dress on and act like a woman, you know? And then you'll see a lot of these actors, they'll come out, they'll have little women, they'll be acting like a female on TikTok, or have some women, have some feminine spirit with a dress on, making a joke out of it, you know? And that's what society requires of you. You want to be a comedian, you want to shuck and jive for the so-called white man. Well, hey man, you got to throw on that dress. You got to promote this.
You want to be justice in this
right.
That's all you are, a damn fool, right. Man.
All these comedians that came up in Hollywood, they all had to throw that dress on, man. Ain't none of them make it up and make it through without putting a dress on or selling out to the so-called white. Dave Chappelle tried to keep in through the back door, and they're like, hold on, nigga, how'd you make it this far up? They're like, nah, we need you to do this and that. And if you ain't trying to do that, then hey man, we'll say that you a crackhead.
The so-called white man, he ain't got to put on the dress. He can put on the dress behind closed doors.
Right.
He can be the freak show he wants behind closed doors. He still got the power. But you so-called Negroes, y'all got to put on that dress and and be public with it, man. Because they want to humiliate you, man.
Right.
They want to make you the laughing stock, man.
Especially if it's an Edomite that has, a heavy last name. That his descendants go back to the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, and they want to be a celebrity. They want to be, that's which is a lower level job for them. But say they want to be a music actor, Esau probably won't require none of that. Like, yeah, sure, you're my great grandson. Go do what you want to do. We'll put you on the top. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, nah, it don't work like that, man. There's guidelines, man.
Now, that nigga that was rapping, he was with Dipset, and that nigga's a model now.
Jim Jones, we talked about him earlier. He said
a lot of y'all
runway, Paris, runway.
Oh, fucking homo.
Had his fingernails done,
Nigga talking about in his records, blood gang this and blood gang that.
What he said?
Runway model. I was exactly what he said.
He said, "Oh, now really, Goonies." He said, "Goonies." That nigga, now he a model.
This Isaiah 29:16.
That scripture come on my feet. You got something?
It's Revelation 29:16. I mean, so like Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
And everybody's turned out. Everybody's turned out. You know, the man doesn't know his role. You know, our women don't know their role. So it's a constant friction, affliction, pain, failure. You know, pain and misery. Huh? And it's got to the point. Ain't nothing. I told y'all, man. And then it's to the point. It's the missile got to get hit. And the missiles got to hit, man. You know, our people drugs, they bugged out. You know, drug use is heavy. Partying, fun, pleasure, lust. You know.
I got another precept. This is an encouragement. This is Deuteronomy 28:28. Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
And why? And why is that? Because our people are took to these idols, and they actually believe the ways of the so-called white man. They believe everything they see on TV. They believe everything that they done heard from these retarded ass mental cases. Jake that's been out here. They believe it. You know, they believe what they heard in rap music, entertainment world. And so what has the Lord done? And He given you the delusion. And now it has bugs well. Because what you believed in has not gained you and took you anywhere. It got you in a revolving goddamn door. Now you fail. You're a loser. The majority of our people in so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans, they're fucking losers, man. You know? That's why, again, it's just to the point, our people just got to be destroyed, man. But the scripture says, why keep affecting our people? The only thing they're going to do is it's going to get worse.
Hey, going back to black culture, you got to ask yourself, how did these rapping niggas be on these music videos with the whole street blocked off with guns, drugs, dope? You know, half of them niggas have felonies and they on camera on a music video with guns and machine guns. And how they ain't going to jail or prison, man? You know, how they ain't going to jail or prison? How they ain't, like, hold on. Hey, rapper was locked up for doing a music video.
Hey, they on the video like this.
Yeah.
With a gun, but then they got felon. Right. We all know to the law, if you a felon with a gun, that's straight, that's mandatory.
Mandatory.
10 years, man.
Esau take you to jail just off the strength of the music video or whatever footage they got of you handling something.
Oh yeah, because Lil Wayne, he got caught with a pistol down there in Florida, and they were trying to give him 10 years for that shit, but he did some shit with Donald Trump, and that shit got expunged.
Yeah. That's just the white man slapping on the wrist.
Yeah,
these Hollywood, they know what they doing. Because if you going with the flow, you going along with Esau's agenda. He don't give a fuck what you do for a certain shit. You want to have a gun, you want to have drugs, women, do some illegal shit. Cool. As long as you keep pushing that agenda, we'll turn a blind eye. But as soon as a lot of them Hollywood actors, they start going off track. And like, yeah, I don't want to keep making sacrifices. I don't want to keep doing these rituals. I ain't doing it this way. I ain't doing it. Esau said, all right, gun charge. Lil Wayne got caught with a gun because they already know everything about these rappers, man. They got their phone. They got the phone tap. They know where they live. All these mansions they got. Who think builds these mansions? Esau builds these shit. So when Lil Wayne's getting a new mansion built, Esau then rigged up cameras here, cameras there, listening devices, all type of shit.
Well, you know, hand me downs too.
That's right. And Esau likes that because those were set up back in the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this out. This is verse 29 to back you up what you were saying. It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. So, brother. Yeah, so like the brother was saying earlier, man, our ways, there's nothing that we can do here to be successful, man. Because we are under the curses of the Lord, man. We can't do anything until the Lord, Yahweh outside comes back, man. And then when the Lord comes back, we're gonna raise hell on these damn nations, man. With the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Because of the wrath of the Heavenly Father. It's locked in.
Get that from me. He's that overcoming to rule over the nation. Because again, that's why we got to repent and come out of America. Because we believe in America and really try to tune in with America, that's going to destroy us, man. And it's going to be many sorrows our people are going to have to obtain and go into doing. That's going to appear. That's why, hey, black culture has caused trauma on our people alone. It's to the point where our people just got to get hit with nukes. And here it is, you trying to be the best American as you can as a so-called black, Latino, Hispanic, and Native American. That's just going to bug you out, man. You know? That's why the scripture constantly talks about repenting and coming out of this place. When this place is diluted, you know, it's polluted. It will destroy you. You trying to be like the so-called white man. You want his loving, But the so-called white man in this society will never love you, man. The so-called white men, the elites, they know who you are. And these lower level Edomites, they don't know who you are. They think you're average. You think they think you're equal, but they're always going to have that hatred against you, man.
Perpetual hatred.
That perpetual hatred.
This is Revelation 3:21. To him that overcomes will I grant to sit with me and my throne.
That's right.
Even as I am.
And who is that going to be? The elect, man. The one that gets their mind out of this set, that's doing things that's pleasing to the Heavenly Father. You know, attending to these scriptures, attending to these videos, studying. You know.
It says, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in His throne.
And was shot, and he's being the great example that led us, man. And we ought to be like, we have to try to be like him. And even though we slip, we mess up, we fall short. And the scripture says in Proverbs, it tells you a just man fall 7 times, but the Lord shall raise him up, man. You know, we always gonna have a constant battle in this flesh, in the mind. But that's why we pray to Heavenly Father for repentance, and that He does not take the Holy Spirit from us, man. You know, we want to get the hell up out of here, man. We pray that the Heavenly Father destroys this place, man. But there's nothing out here for us, man. You know, we do what we got to do. You know, we do our little measly jobs that we have. You know, deal with the people that we deal with. To try to keep things running. You know, we try to set up certain things out here. Meaning, you know, you talk. Meaning what I mean, talk to certain people. You got certain associates that you talk to out here. You got to know people that know people that know people out here, man. You know. But overall, man, we want the place to be destroyed, man. You know, but this place has polluted our people. And this place is a goddamn freak show. You know?
This is Revelation chapter 18, and I'm gonna start from the top. It says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the king.
And that's why what you got now, all these new leaders has come together to try to bring in this new world order. And they are all in agreement with the whore, with America, right? You know, and they think, and then they think that what's going to happen is they're gonna achieve their final the destination, but it's going to be destroyed, man. You know. Shit, we got to start out. But now we got to start putting water in hot days like this. You know.
What did you need? No, I'm saying.
Oh, I got it.
It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. That's right, because these other nations have gotten rich and profited off America, man. Okay. How did that happen? Because of the slavery that so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. Yep, that's right. You know, they come over here to get rich, man. They come over here to make a whole bunch of money, send it back to the family, and either go back home or stay over here and bring their family over here. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And does that mean physically coming out of this place? Does that mean get on a plane and shoot over to, the Philippines or shoot over to one of these other nations? No, man. Because the curses is following you wherever you go. You ain't gonna be able to escape the curses, man. No matter how much money you acquire, how much status on the earth you acquire. All right. It's saying spiritually, man. Okay, mentally and spiritually come up out of this place, man. The philosophies, the doctrines, the ways of the world. Trying to be one with the society and fit in and blend in and be accepted. Amongst these people, man. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Add
go on YouTube, you see the goddamn two, one out of two ads out promoting fucking wicked, man.
We just watched one in the at the little joint. The little they promoting the juicy juice. Have somebody
Oh
walking with
yeah,
a nice old music playing,
I thought that shit was over with.
walking with a mask on. They'll feel like some band-aid on their shoulder and be like, they'll zoom up there.
The commercial got nothing to do with
Nothing to do
the
with
message.
it. And then they'll flip and talk about feast days, your loved ones. They'll have some loved ones holding and hugging each other, crying, make it all sentimental. You know, he starts using like he used to do with the cigarette and Pepsi commercial. Yep. Goddamn Pepsi commercial going to have driven the ball through the leg, dunk it, obey your thirst. Pepsi. Like, wait a minute, hold on, time out. What did I just watch?
Hey, you know, your thirst spike? Yeah. It's on a Pepsi commercial.
Right, you have a Corvette going down the street going at 120 miles an hour, pull over, Mountain Dew commercial. Like, yo, that's part of the so-called white man's witchcraft. Man. You know, oh, now, man, which one is it? He controlling the weather.
I wish. It'd be snowing on East right now.
Yo, I'm gonna continue on. It says how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her
deliciously. Yep. America doesn't care what it does. You know what images it promotes. It's promoting wickedness.
As long as it's wicked, they don't care. You know,
any white thing? Oh no, they're not having it. But any group, illegal, nasty, freak shit, they're with it. Yep. You know, they have no. They live. These are so-called Americans, like we were brothers first pulled up. These fucking college kids live as if there's no care in the world, as if nothing is ever going to happen. And that's how America and the elites. That's how they construct this world, as if nothing ever is going to happen. If they're never going to come to naught.
Right.
But America's going to be destroyed. Yep. The so-called white man is going to eventually go into slavery, man. Him, his woman, and his goddamn children. Right.
Right. It says, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her.
Hey, here it is. They put. I think. What did they just pass? Damn. I saw it on my timeline.
Yeah, somewhere else.
I believe across. I think they said, all states, I think you're homosexual, you can adopt a child. If I'm not mistaken. You know? Gay couples, homosexual couples, they can all states can adopt a child. Right? You know? Then in Australia, they would, I think either in Europe or Australia, they're setting up bestiality rings. Right?
Yeah.
You know? So this is the filth that they're pushing. And they're doing that as if there's not going to be a repercussion for these devils doing these things on the earth. Right? You know?
I got a quick.
You got it, bro.
This is Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Hey, I can get that. Get bestiality too. Then I can get first chapter going into the feminine the feminine First Corinthians 1:25. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna read down to this. It goes into with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
They push a heavy. I mean, it's like you can't. It's gotten so bad, man. A fight can really break out. You talk about it.
Hey, that shit is so heavy. It's pushed on the cartoons and the kids. For that shit. It's pushed on the TV.
Push it in school.
Mm-hmm.
They push everywhere. Your mama down for it. Your family's down for it. Even your goddamn dad is down for it. He got no problem with it.
Hey, that's why the Lord gonna destroy them motherfuckers too.
The church, the so-called your Christian church, they're all for it. Come as you are.
Oh, remember my side when we was going towards where this brother used to live over there off Chesterfield, up there in Chesterfield, there was a damn that LGBTQ flag at the damn church, but they supposed to be with the Lord.
Right. See, the so-called white man, the way he did it and set it up, he systematically did it. So step by step, little by little. See, now at the times of he's pushing homosexual heavy, like the brother was going into cartoons and movies and shit. The reason people ain't gonna revolt and come up and really have an outcry against it is because the majority of these people are either homosexuals or they have somebody in their family that's a homosexual. So they're not going to come out and stand for it because they know that the cousin, grandfather, You know, the son is a homosexual, so they feel like, well, I don't want to offend them. I don't want to, you know, say this, say that. My granddaughter, she's a lesbian, so you know, I don't want to, you know. So now they basically can push it and promote it on a very heavy level and high level, and these people just accept it and be with it.
Hey, I got cousins, sister, half sister.
Yeah.
When they get their judgment, I'm glad.
Right.
I'll be happy.
God.
You know?
That's why you have a hood ass nigga Jake come up and say, well, I ain't got a problem with him, as long as it ain't around me. Because who in their circle, the people who
they might say, "Oh, other brother gay."
Exactly. You know, while I was in prison,
I can't have that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was in prison. The OG was a homosexual, man. The OG was the top dudes in prison. They respect, you know. So I don't want to say, you know, they're gonna leave it alone, you know. Because first of all, because they don't stand for nothing, and second of all, it's around their close circles.
Nah, bro. Guess what they stand for? They stand for wickedness, bro.
Right, God. Right.
That's right. A lot of big moms are gay.
Yeah, they stand for wickedness. You're right.
My niece, man, her,
they know it now.
My half sister, she's gay, and I can imagine what she would say.
That's right.
You know, a lot of these dates, I would hear that mom, because a lot of these women are turning lesbian, man.
Right.
They're going in and dating dykes, man.
Because if Esau would have pushed it heavy like he is now, years and years ago, where you didn't have homosexuality just running rampant through the land, people would really probably, you know, we're against homosexuality being pushed in our schools amongst our kids and these TV shows, etc. You know?
But like you said, it had to be systematic. So it's normalized.
Right, normalized. They put it in little movies, little snippets, the other guy give a little
Fairy,
you know, a little hug, you know.
I hope when the Lord comes, that motherfucker's wearing his dress, doing the damn show, so the Lord can burn that nigga to it. Yo, let me show you. Yo, this is my friend. He got his whole wrist burnt off, like his skin came off. Yo, I was like, yo, you gotta fear the Lord. But that dude to be out there pushing smartphone. Yeah. Yo, that's the fire. Look at that. What do you have? What happened? I think it was Greece. Oh, Greece fire. Yeah, Greece fire. Yeah, that's the first layer. Imagine the second layer. No, what?
And the fire that's coming upon this place is taking the third layer.
Ain't no layers.
It's taking a layer of bone off. Third to fourth degree burn. Now, we're going like 10, 11 degree burn. Bone marrow gonna seep out of these people's bodies, man. You know,
love people's spirit in your body.
Yeah, you got to deal with it. Every time you might see a nigga walking around. You might see a skeleton walking around. You're like, yo, his spirit's still in him. He's skeleton, still pieces of skin on him. The skeleton scream. He's still trying to crawl to make it. That's heavy, man.
It's skeleton scream.
That's heavy. Lord, keep the spirit on you until there's nothing left until you dust. You see eyeballs moving in a dust cloud.
We'll be up there looking at that.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Hey, we want that aerial view of this great destruction that's going to take place, man. You know.
Go ahead. This is Leviticus 20 and 13 again. If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
A lot of dudes out here got wives and kids. Then they go out and lay with men. They're dressed up as women. They'll get escorts.
Right.
They're dressed up as women. Get dressed up like a schoolgirl. Yeah. Hey, like get their little ass spanked.
Right.
You know, that's a big thing amongst these elites, man. These people, man. They deal with these escorts. They get pegged. You know.
Hey, a lot of these women that be married or have husbands, they be homosexuals on the low.
Yep.
They'll go out with their girlfriends, have a couple drinks, and basically,
I was dating a bitch like that.
They kissing all each other. A lot of these women are damn near close to homosexuals anyway. Just the way they move around. You know what I'm saying?
They don't say too much. And this is a word that they're promoting. What's that rap song they got? I let a girl eat me out, but I ain't gay. Bitch, that's worthy of death. You know?
It says their blood shall be upon them.
And again, man, you don't hear the other nationality promoting that rap bullshit, man. You don't hear East Indians, Arabs, Chinese. They don't talk that destruction music. You don't hear them East Indian rap song eating girls out, some gay shit, fucking promoting gang activity. You don't hear Arabs talking about this. You don't hear Africans talk about it.
God,
But
God.
the so-called white man has set up a system that so-called blacks
Yep.
and Latinos, reggaeton and rap music push that degeneracy, man.
And it's because of what happens, the repercussions of doing that.
Yep.
And they see it on basically going into, you know, the law of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, they're supposed to be in public, put to death, man, to strike fear in the hearts of the people.
What is it? To get evil away from
Right,
us.
right. That's right, to get evil away. You see these so-called Arabs, when they found out, or even some smaller shit on a lower level, found out the woman was reading.
So,
You know?
I remember
You was reading?
being overseas. I would click on I'll be on the computer and look at the secret stuff, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers would be stealing from the store. They would cut their hands off.
And they would say, I bet you where that is the all-time low of theft in the whole world.
Yep.
You know? And these women at the all-time low of cheating and being whores is probably over there where they get these women get shot with AK-47 in their chest.
And I saw the women get stoned.
You know, stoned to death.
They stone them motherfuckers. And they don't play.
God,
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody play that shit. That's right. Here in America, everything goes. They promote order. Women being naked, half naked, sluts.
You can be everything you want to be. What's the army
All you
slogan?
can be.
What's the army?
You all you can
be.
be.
All you can be. Hey, you can be whatever you want to be. Homosexual, you want to be a woman, you want to be a dog. We'll give you we're gonna put a dog.
You can buy dog ears.
We're gonna put a dog. We're gonna put a dog part in your body. Give you a dog. You know, you can. And now, your ID literally says it. Esau honors that.
You can change your name. German Shepherd.
Yeah.
German Shepherd X.
Right. Whatever you want to be in this wicked place.
And that's the thing about it. That's how you know this is the truth. It's a problem. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. But if you want to be a freak here in America, you can be a freak, man.
You can't be an Israelite.
You know?
Changing my ID, y'all got that wrong. It's black.
I can change my name. I can change my
identity.
identity.
We don't honor that, sorry. But we can change it to the trans. We can change it to a he, she, or non-disclosed. You want any of these?
Non-binary.
Non-binary. We can do that for you.
I'm gonna keep reading.
Got it.
It says, verse 14, Leviticus 20 and 14. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. Mm-hmm. They shall be burnt with fire.
A lot of niggas that do that too.
Yeah.
Her mom was fat too.
Her mom, what's that? I thought her mama got ass too.
Hey, a lot of daughters, mothers, they be trying to speak their name.
They do.
So it's just a bunch of confusion. I done heard guys say, yo, I don't think, mama, I think a daughter, It's a lot of confusion amongst our people. Because the thing about it, we live in a culture where there's no boundaries, man. You get promoted if you're a fucking freak, man.
You're hired.
You're hired.
You're hired.
Yeah,
you promoted.
You go and
you on TV.
Yeah, you go in an interview and they find out you're a homosexual. You already got
big, hey,
and they get the grant.
Hey, you're a so-called black man with muscle. You come in with a dress on. Oh, you're hired.
You're hired.
But you're a man with a beard with integrity. They don't want you there. Because that was the whole motive going back to the 70s, but when they brought it 60s, when they brought in feminism. They destroyed the so-called black man image back in the 60s. They gave them, they wouldn't hire them and they fired them. They gave them drugs. Then they took the woman, the so-called black woman from the so-called black man, and they gave them Section 8, man. See, a lot of nations come here, they see so-called black people in the ghetto, and they think, well, black people just got to be stupid. No, the so-called white man had a doing to the so-called why the so-called black men and women in the Latino are in the predicament that they're in. Yeah, we got a lot of so-called black people that are wicked too. Yeah, we're not going to deny that. But the so-called white man had a hand with that. And that's, I'm going to tell you something. These other nations come here and talk shit about us. So why did you come over here and leave your country to come over here? Because the so-called white man destroyed your country too, man.
Revelation 18, what we were just going into.
Because all these world leaders are in tune, juiced in, like you were talking in Revelation, are in tune with the so-called white man to bring in this new world order. To bring in famine, oppression, poverty, democracy. Joe Biden trying to make all these goddamn legislation for the whole world. You're a devil.
And they set it up for these other nations. Here, these other nations can come over here when you've been here longer than them, and they're set up over you, man. They automatically get a grant. They automatically get that nice
They got to pay no
business.
taxes.
You know, basically straight off the plane and straight off the boat. They level. They are a higher level than you.
Yeah, they set up a corner store that sell alcohol, cigarettes,
Weed,
fried chicken,
bait,
hookahs,
pork ears.
and these other nations don't think they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay. They're not gonna pay for what they did. Now see,
The saltiest potato wedges on earth.
Yo, bro,
Bro, sodium.
Stay away from
Sodium.
Hey, they inject them. They put it on them, and they
It's
inject them.
just fried sodium clusters. Sodium clusters.
Sodas.
You want hot sauce?
Hey, the worst sodas. Tilts, it's Tilts and Sparks.
Oh yeah. What's the Four Locos?
Four Locos.
Yeah, Four Locos. Shit's elite.
What's that shit they got now called? Liquid Death.
Yeah,
that shit. There's a little more.
You got it.
It says they shall be burnt with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you.
Yep.
And if a man lie with a beast, he shall be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast.
So that cuts the bestiality, man. But here in America, they want you to don't touch it. You know?
It says,
Don't touch that person either.
Right.
They got the right.
Right.
They said you got the right to do what you want to do.
And they push that. You got the right to do what you want to do. But here it is the problem when, someone comes up and wants to learn or even, come back to the true heritage, being a Hebrew Israelite.
Satan comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then they say you can do whatever you want to do what you what you feel, and then here it is when somebody is basically comes into the truth or believes in this wisdom and knowledge, then it's a big problem. You can do anything you want to do, but don't leave them Hebrew Israelites alone. Yep. You can't be out here promoting hate. God doesn't love everybody. As soon as you out here, speaking this truth, this wisdom and knowledge, calling upon the true names of the Lord, trying to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Help,
right. As soon as you want to keep all the laws, that's a problem. Hold on. You can be a homosexual, but you don't want to eat pork, crab, and lobster. Hold on, we gotta sit down and talk about that.
You're not gonna kiss my ass no more.
Right.
Esau took. Jake, you're not gonna kiss my ass no more. You don't want to envy me no more. You don't want to be like me. Damn it. Damn it.
You didn't bow your head in front of God.
So you don't worship us. Hey, what did Haman act towards Mordecai? He said, "Oh, that motherfucker ain't gonna stand up for me no more."
Right.
Send a decree out, y'all.
Yeah,
and the Lord got killed that nigga by his own means when he was trying to kill the Israelites.
Right. That's how the whole works. I got a real quick precept.
Well, the same thing gonna be happening to Esau in general. See, the so-called white man that tried to destroy the place, trying to get back the birthright. You see, you guys, he try to make this assumption. Hey, see, they're not keeping the law. They're wicked. Right. But that those due to the curses, right? But the Lord got these Edomites and so-called white people in the trick bag, man. They're going into slavery, man.
I got a quick one.
Hey, that's why when we get in our kingdom, hey, all the nations are going to rejoice. The whole world is going to rejoice, man. Yep. So we're not going to rule with oppression. The so-called white man ruleth in oppression. Yep. You got it, bro.
This is Proverbs 24:19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men."
Hey, all land should be. Hey, all jokes aside, every nation had their own land. It shouldn't be these other nations had to come over here and they got to learn the so-called white man ways to get some type of benefits, man. It's our kingdom. You're gonna be able to be your nationality and have, you got to keep the laws first and foremost. But you're gonna have your own land. You're gonna be able to do what you do, as you want in the kingdom.
Well, the Lord's about separation. Separate the nations, man, and set them in their own land, man. And eventually, hey, the Lord's gonna separate the nations again, man. Yep. Eventually the Lord's gonna have mercy on these other nations and set them back in their land.
Yep. And they're gonna give us tribute. Yeah. They're gonna they're gonna actually love the fact that it's righteousness on it, man.
Yep. I got a little bit more on this. This is verse 19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward."
Going back to Romans the 9th chapter, we always going to that. The Lord has Esau had took back to show his power. That's the only reason why the so-called white man has been able to get to the maximum potential that he's got. And that's why we tell our people,
come out of this place, man, because there's no reward in this place. The so white man is lying to you. He think you're gonna be the next rapper, next movie star, the next educated. You get you go to school in flying color, all A's. You think you're gonna be the next photographer, the great photographer, the great next thing. But it's all a goddamn lie. You're gonna be the next lawyer. Like they push that black bitch. What's her? Yeah, the judge bitch, Supreme Court.
Like it, brother. Now with that black bitch and that white man, they was promoting genocide, saying that every black woman should be with a fucking white man. That's promotion of genocide, man. Just like in the book of Exodus, and just like in the second book of Matthew, man, where they tried to exterminate the Lord, man. Genocide, man. Fuck the white people.
That's right.
It says, "For there shall be no reward to the evil man."
At the end of the day, it's not going to be no reward. Hey, the scripture tell you in the Donovan Bible that it's not. Hey, so white man, there's no mercy for him. So out of all that he's doing and all that he's trying to lie to the world that he's going to continue forever, there's no continuance in the so-called white man's kingdom. And anybody that partakes and really believe in this place is going to go down with the so-called white man. And you got it, bro.
Brother. So don't hand. There you go, brother.
That's why there's going to be a lot of people. And you really got to look at the other nations that come here. That should show you the Lord really hates you. There really is no salvation for you anyway. Because you're a fucking Gentile. You're a heathen. So that just shows you that these heathens over here, they don't need a country. You get hit with a nuke. Yeah, because you don't believe,
right?
That's beautiful. They'll sell out.
God, and that's beautiful that you said that because there's certain areas of the earth that aren't going to directly get hit by ICBM nuclear missiles. So but America is for sure going to get hit by the majority of the nukes. So you came over here and just get fired up. You had a better chance staying over there. On the other end of the earth, you might have just got the wave of the heat. Yeah. You might get burned up at a different level, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, instead of 10 degrees. You had a better chance than you was at.
Right. No. If you actually, we talked about it before, but it's 100 million degrees Celsius. We don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is, but it's gonna hurt.
Right.
God. And look, he danced. Look at little he danced. Look, he danced. He's American. They're not thinking about East India. They're not thinking about Indian right now, right? They want to enjoy. They want to go in New York, go to 34th Street, see Times Square, and lit up buildings and shit. See, people that live in New York, they don't fucking go down.
They want to see ground. They want to go stand on ground zero.
They don't go there. But foreigners, they're fascinated by that shit. They 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I just went to New York, man, and it was like 3, 2, 11 o'clock. It was packed. Everybody taking pictures
in the morning,
bro. Yes, everybody. What? Everybody like this.
They don't sleep.
Times Square, all the lit up buildings. I'm like, man, this shit whack. People that live in New York, they don't go to Times Square.
You know what? I take that back. I'm not shocked because when I was in Japan, Tokyo was the same way.
Yeah, people that live in Tokyo, they don't go to Tokyo and be marvelous at that shit. Right, but out of town is there.
Well, I mean, it's like people that go live at the beach. They're at the beaches every day. So they don't go. We're at the beach. People that live at the beach, they really don't go.
Growing in Puerto Rico, bro. I could walk. It's about 15-minute walk. I didn't go to the beach like that. Cause I knew if I wanted to go to the goddamn beach, I can go to the beach anytime. But foreigners, anybody that come there, they be like, oh yeah, you don't go to the beach, But and these heathens, man, they're fascinated with this place because they haven't seen shit like that. Basically, they're sellers. They're gonna sell out, and they're gonna share them with the so-called white.
That's right.
And a lot of our people do 2/3 because this is not here. Just like you heathens, actual heathens are not from here. Our people are not from here. This is not your land. You got it. But think about our people. You better repent. There's no way you can go. Right. At least East Indians, Arabs, they got their own land and their own language, and their customs and their flag that they can participate in. Where you so-called blacks got to go? Where you so-called Latinos got to go?
That's back to the Lord, man. That's right.
That's your own. That's your own. That's how the Lord did it. So you got at the end of the day, you got no option but to repent. If you don't repent, you're gonna be fucking destroyed, man. You got it, bro.
It says Proverbs 21 and 24 and 21 says, "My son, fear thou the Lord."
That's right.
And the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change,
Right.
for their calamity shall rise suddenly.
So the white man is metal to change. You know, he changes every day.
That's right.
Hey, you go. It's laws that you look at today that was illegal back then. Yeah, back in the day, being a homosexual was a felony.
Yeah.
Now it's passed. That's why she got to look back. And that shit is accepted. That's Generation Z. This is the last generation,
That's
man.
it. That's it.
Like I said, you talk about homosexuality, everybody would look at you like,
You said something blasphemous. That's what they are.
that's
Right.
hate. But you look in the law book, the law, that's the law. The law book,
That boy been at work.
you go into the law book, being a homosexual worthy of you getting a felon, man. You know? And even times past, you put to death.
Yeah, even further, I was gonna say, even further, I put to death. You know?
You got it, bro.
It says, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who shall knoweth the ruin of them both?
Yep. So the people that actually believe in this place, because we all know it's going to be like a trickle effect, and it's going to be, the Lord has everybody and everything is in Mecca, how you say it, and He put him to have everything on a time set. These average people are going to catch it, the two girls are going to catch it, then the elites are going to catch it. So by the doing and the wickedness of the elites, the people that's here on low levels, they're going to catch it. But then eventually what's going to happen, these elites are going to go into slavery. So everybody got their time in place, you know?
Go ahead. You got to bring it yourself.
I got a mirror.
Oh, yeah,
mirror this is the book of Psalms 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against workers of iniquity.
That's right.
Skip down.
The so-called white man is works iniquity every day.
God.
He calls himself a Christian.
That's
But then what does he do? The complete opposite of the Bible. He basically destroys the Bible through gradualism. You know, by the workers of slow and patient. Because the so-called white man, you can say he's actually patient. He's very patient because he wanted the New World Order. He's been talking about the New World Order in the 1800s. Now it's 2022. Right. So that shows you the so-called white man is very patient.
Well, it says he's wiser than Daniel.
That's
so
right.
To have, a certain level of wisdom, you have to have patience. That kind of goes hand in hand.
This was skipping down to verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
And there you go.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.
Yep, that's right. And these homosexuals, you see, they prosper. You know, they're doing good out here. You know, these niggas that is doing wickedness and doing all types of shit to chase the bag and
that Indian girl.
That are trying to climb that ladder of success, you know, they're doing all right, man. And a lot of our people envy these wicked jakes, man, because they got a little money in their pocket, because they got a Mercedes, you know, a nice car, a chain, or a nice house, or some type of platform. They envy, you know, these wicked so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now read that again,
Let me get it again. It says, rest not, or rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way,
right?
Because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.
That's right, man. Don't be envious of these wicked jakes, man, nor be envious of the wicked, you know, the so-called white man, you know. Don't be envious. Hey, they're gonna be destroyed, man. Like your brother quoted earlier, hey man, join in hand, you know, you're gonna be destroyed right along with the so-called white man. You know, because a great destruction is going to take place. You got more on that outcome.
I'm gonna skip down to verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off.
Yep.
But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
That's right. So there's a reward for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to do wickedness, man, that don't want to follow after the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, a reward that you aren't looking forward to. Okay, whether you know it or not. You know. And that reward is thermonuclear fire if you even happen to make it to that. Man. You know, you might die at the hands of a wild animal. Man. You might die.
You saw that bed.
One hand.
When they're busting the house.
One hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Door wide open.
Sometimes FBI agents gotta take 2 or 3 kids to get in the door, and they are trained. You know, that bear said, "You know what? I'm going in." Easy hit. He said, "Bear, open up." Right. You know? Grizzly bear, open up. God. Was that it on that?
I got
Little more than that. Little more than that. This verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall be not or not be. Ye shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be.
That's right, because soon the wicked is not going to be, man. Hey, the so-called white man is soon going to be taken out of his seat, his position on the earth, his rulership status, man. He's going to be brought down to the ground, man. You know, and then soon after he serves his sentencing, you know, that was given to him by the Most High Yahweh, is 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. He's going to be exterminated off the face of the earth, man. Like the brother was reading, man. Soon he's not going to be, man. Soon there's not going to be no more Edomites, man. You know, Edomites are going to be wiped off the whole face of the earth.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead,
This is First Samuel chapter 2, verse 1. First Samuel chapter 2, verse 10. The adversaries of Yahweh shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. Yahweh shall judge the ends of the earth. He shall give strength unto his king and exalt the horn of his anointing.
Hey, out of heaven shall he thunder upon them, man. First of all, them nukes are coming from the heavens. And another thing, that Yahweh Shah and the chariots are coming from the heavens, man. You know, with great thunder. You know, because you know nowadays we see sightings of the chariot, but people never think about the noise that the chariots can bring.
Oh, no,
you know,
I don't know. I think one of y'all had posted in the group chat there was like an orb that went through the people's houses.
Oh yeah,
fucked up the TV.
Like bang through the TV. But you know, these chariots when they come, when Yahweh Shah return, there might be a great noise that brings everyone down to their knees. A noise, you know, because we see the lights, the disappearing, the reappearing, the changing. But hey, we don't. The chariots can bring a hellified noise that busts everybody's eardrum, so you can't move. You know, and there's been videos of people have put up of they would hear trumpets in the heavens and in the skies. You know, so hey, man, there's a whole lot of things that you know that we don't even know about, man. You know, that is gonna manifest itself. Go ahead,
Isaiah 14 and 12, verse 11. I mean, thy pump is brought down to the grave. The noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee. The worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven? O Lucifer.
That's right.
Son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground? Which didst weaken the nations.
Right.
But thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
Right.
I will sit.
Wait. If Lucifer was a spiritual demon, Satan, how's he? You know, he was already in heaven. So he's in heaven, and he's trying to ascend to. He's going to go to another heaven. You know,
he'll go right back up there.
I want to go past the fourth and third. Make my own.
He said, "Pardon my back."
God, go ahead.
He says, "But thou hast said in thine heart, I would ascend into heaven. I would exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I would sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north.
Right.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Right.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit.
Right.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man?"
Hold on. So wait a minute. If the spiritual demon, if this was talking about the spiritual demon Satan, then why would they be saying, is this the man? You know, keep reading that.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying,
right,
is this the man?
So Lucifer is a man, you know, which Lucifer goes into light bearing, you know, going into these wicked elites, man. You know,
have knowledge.
That's right. Go ahead. Read that part.
Science. Technology.
Right.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
That's right. And how did he do that? By the way of his bombs, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know, even his bomb nuclear testings in the ocean, you know, it basically shook the whole world. Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof.
That's right. Going around basically waging war at all these other nations that don't want to get down with him, you know, and basically pushing out these false agendas, these false flag attacks to justify him going to war to fulfill his agendas, his alternative agendas, you know, in the eyes of the people. Go ahead, God. You know, so they're gonna say, is this the man, you know, that made the whole earth to shake and the nations to tremble, man? You know, and they're gonna narrowly look down upon him, man. You know, the one that used to rule the earth, that used to call the shots, you know, that used to print the money,
push the so-called vibration that's going out through the four corners of the earth, man. You know?
Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
I'm saying that's talking about America. Okay, this is talking about the Babylon after the ancient Babylon. Go ahead.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean.
Right.
But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yep.
Take the millstone and grind mill.
Right, and you know, being attractive. You know, like as we was going into concerning these other nations. America, when they look at America, they look at it as a tender and delicate, you know, a woman. You know, very attractive. You know, like oh, she's tender and delicate. Man, trying to get that. This guy come out the woodwork. Hey, he didn't came up out of the sewer.
No, he's over there fucking with little girls.
Yo, read that again. He came up out the sewer. Master Splinter.
Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks.
Yeah, but you can go into that. Come on. No, go from there.
Take the millstone and grind mill,
Yep.
uncover thy locks.
Yep.
Make bare the leg.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing out here, man. You know, we're exposing this place, man. And that's how these elites, they know that their time is coming to an end. They know they're at the end because the men of the Lord all over the four corners of the earth are standing up and exposing this devil. Hey, and first and foremost, we're exposing to who he is, man, and his ultimate goal, his ultimate plan concerning the new world order and that Quran. Well, go ahead, Art.
Says, uncover the thigh.
Yep.
Pass over the rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Right, he's being exposed. Okay, you know, we're going into history. We're bringing out all the wickedness that he's done to all these nations, man. You know, the wickedness that he's done to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all the wickedness that he pushes all over the four corners of the earth, how he pollutes the land, the air, the sea, the animals, the very food you eat is polluted, man. The minds of your little kids, they're in school right now, listening to goddamn class with a goddamn man with a dress on. And if they say anything, they got detention. If you say something about my dress, and if you close your eyes, you can think it was a big ass goddamn 300-pound man talking to you. You open your eyes and you say, what the hell? If a blind man, like if a blind man was living today and he got his sight,
that nigga would be
like,
blind me.
He was like, hold on, this whole time you had a dress on? I thought this was a man.
Right.
You know, I couldn't see. I just heard this guy talking all the time. I got sight. The whole time the nigga had a dress on. You know,
blind me again,
or vice versa, man. Whole time you thought you was talking to a woman, and you know what I'm saying? He is a whole goddamn dude, man. Well, place of confusion, land of confusion.
They can go to our World Bus.
Exactly.
We thought this place was for our benefit.
Exactly.
But it was not for our benefit.
Yep.
When we woke up, we knew, yo, this man is the devil.
Yep.
This is Esau. I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
Right.
We're gonna get saved.
I'm gonna get saved. The Lord only loved us.
It was in our mouth and sweetness as honey. Yep. You know.
I got something to
say. Go ahead. I got it.
Go ahead. No. Okay. This is second Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of Yahweh will come like as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Yep. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up.
Yep. And the thief of the night, man. You know, that's how when a thief or a robber comes, man, he gets these people on surprise. They might be going to the car, be late at night. Freeze, motherfucker! Oh, the deer in the headlight. Yo, they more startled than they are scared. Like, yo, you caught me. I'm being robbed. Double, you know, I'm frightened 2 times. You know, and that's how the Lord's coming, man. It's gonna come as a surprise to the majority of our people, man. You know, and you can't prepare for that. You can prepare for that day, but you can't be ready for the exact day and exact time. Even Yahweh Shai doesn't know his designated day and hour where he's going to get the command from the Most High to come. Neither do the angels know. You know, only the Most High knows, man. You know,
that's a great thing.
God. That's right. That's why the scriptures say, watch and pray, man. You know, and you got to have patience, like we was going into it. And part of having the wisdom and knowledge is having patience, man. Yo, yeah. This boy about to answer.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep going.
Go ahead.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of curses ought ye
Yeah, we know what happened.
What manner of person ought ye to be
dancing. We already know
in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Hey, the Lord's coming with that fire, man. Just repent, man. We can't say it enough, man. We can't say it enough, man. You don't want to feel that fire, man. You don't want to feel that wrath, man.
Yeah.
When in the Greek, I can't remember what specifically the word was. When you look up the word wrath, it says violent passion. So the Lord is coming with violent passion, man.
But Jake don't care, man. Jake can care less.
Jake want that bag though.
Yeah, Jake said thermonuclear fire, heat. You know.
Yeah, bag, but you ain't got no structure.
Right. Jake don't care about that, man.
Like my mom, she always talking this house shit. I'm like, Mom, we ain't got no structure. Who? If something break, who gonna pay? Right. What money you got to pay?
Yep.
You know?
Furnace go out.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I try to talk sister. She keep talking this. I'm old, man. But I was just trying to tell, like, yo, we didn't come from a family of, like, wealth and stuff. Like, for instance, if you look at the Elam and them other nations, when they come over here, their moms live with them. You know, their parents live with them. And then, if, you know, they get together, eventually, you know, they all work together, then they buy another house, then they work together, then they buy another house. Blacks, we ain't so-called blacks and Latinos, we didn't do that. We always taught, oh, you get it how you get it. Right. And then you go out there and get it. And just get it. And get it.
You gotta go at
and
18.
you're supposed to get it. And basically what I'm saying is, that's what all this taught, get it. How am I supposed to fucking get it?
Right.
I ain't got the tools, I ain't got no structure to get it.
The education to get it.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's basically it's a continued message of failing. You know?
I got a precept. This is unless anybody else has one. You had one? Oh, go ahead.
I was just on the
go ahead. What you want? Oh, I just had something good. No, he got it.
Yeah, he got that First Corinthians you wanted earlier.
Okay,
Con.
I'm still on Isaiah 47. But you got it.
First Corinthians, this First Corinthians 9, 6 and 9. So like, now know ye that know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
And like the brother going to, if you believe in this place will make you unrighteous.
That's right.
It'll make you think you're free, you're liberated, you ain't got to keep the law, you know, that the Lord is never going to come back. You know, the white man's going to last forever. We're going to stay in the power. You know, America will become great again. You know, you can still get women, get married, have kids, have a family, get money, get the bag. You know, they still think they still make it seem like it's gonna. You know, you keep going to the metaverse. You got to all meet up there.
Go to the metaverse. Yeah, that reggae barbecue. What's that?
Sweet baby.
Yo.
Something with that shit. I don't know what it was. I remember the elder was going into that a couple of months ago. The elder was down into that. Had a sweet baby razor sitting in the corner of the desk.
Yeah.
The whole thing. That should be code to the elite. Sweet baby razor should be a code for, like, you know, some shit that's going on. You know, what dig up some research on that.
The people that was in that metaverse course, they said that's all they could smell.
They said a lot of people never came back, never seen again.
It's like when they talk about pizza, they talk about cheese, pizza.
Oh, that's that pedophile shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's that Sweet Baby Ray's got something like that.
Sweet baby.
Yeah. Here you got a multi-millionaire in his office. All you see is computers and books. And there'll be a Sweet Baby Ray's Bible right in the corner, chilling there.
Hey, you wanna know something?
That's right.
Hey, they say you ain't gotta buy the sim no more.
Yeah,
you can
real
be
life
your own
sim.
Your own sim.
Yeah, they said Mark Zuckerberg trapped his employees in the for 6 days. Some they never were seen again. He said trapped them in the metaverse for 6 days. I guess they strap them down, put like a little headset on them and all this other shit. And they said at the end of the 6 days, you have to fight against Mark Zuckerberg in this fucking fighting UFC or boxing where he's the reigning champ and he never gets defeated. Some crazy shit, bro. And they said a lot of the people that came back, they were like a shell of their former self, man. It's like it wasn't them. It was them, but it wasn't them. Someone were bugging out. which all goes into, basically the so-called white man's mind control. He's been trying to perfect his MK Ultra for years and years. MK Ultra program goes far, far back, to like the 70s and before that. So now he's at the point of this whole metaverse thing is a whole nother form of mind control, and it's gonna go hand in hand with the Quran. It's gonna go hand in hand. You know, these people really are looking for an escape from reality, and then that's gonna be like the so-called escape.
Yeah, people are fucked up here.
Right. That's why they get. That's why they're getting drunk at their minds, high, and trying to do new experience this, new experience that. Try this, try that, because they basically are just trying to escape, and that's gonna be another form of that. And they're gonna go to the metaverse. In the metaverse, I'm 7'4", I got muscles, and I get all the shit. I'm a loser here. Hey, world, they're like, yo, why you always wear your pajamas out? You just don't know who I am. I'm user 7794. Hey, the movie Gamer. I keep bringing it up. The movie Gamer, bro. Hey, Gamer. Hey, yo. Hey, gotta watch that.
Hey, a man. Again, he ain't gotta go out. He can watch porn. Go get a fake butt with a sexual bot, get the fake ass and cooch.
He said, Brazilian. Hey, go over there in Florida. Butt lift, Now they the shit.
Yeah, these dudes ain't gotta go approach women no more. Right. They can get their little fake cooch, the plastic butt. Right. Then they can go back. They're a loser in real life. They ain't got no ambition. They ain't got no drive. Right. But and Esau made all this. He erected this whole system to be like this. So then he ain't got to really put in no work. He can just be a good boy in the system. Then he can go to the metaverse and put, like his brother say, he can make himself 74, muscle, ripped up. But everybody know when you play a sport game, you make somebody like you. Yeah. And you make them the
you always
best.
Make it creative. Yeah.
Now everything 99.
99. You never made it to what you really are. Why is you creative player? Yo, I'm only gonna give him 50% shoot. I can't shoot.
Hey, I'll go to side.
Free throws.
I play soccer. I play soccer, and it's certain things I know I can't do, but in FIFA, I create a player. And my skill checks is like that.
That's it. Right. And you see, and you see that on a lower level already with Facebook and Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. People be walking down the street, home.
NBA. That's why everybody plays NBA.
Gotta give me a TikTok photo. Hold on. They smiling, they happy, they acting like they at the bar drinking when they just really went in the bar and got one drink and left. They acting like they bought the whole bar out and this shit is happening to people they don't even know in that motherfucking video. And that's how it's all to do it for likes.
It's all it's all a facade, man.
God, all that clout bullshit. Bro.
That's why when you go to the bar now or a lounge, everybody's on their phone.
Right.
You see a girl. Now here it is. The purpose of the bar is supposed to go out there and social. Right. Everybody be on their goddamn phone taking right. It's all a facade.
That's what you said. We should make an app. When you go into bars and clubs, you just log into the app. You see everybody on it. Just click on it. Hey, girl, what's up? I'm 2 seats down to the left. Oh, hey,
it's gonna come to that. It's
gonna come to that, though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, the world is so everybody's so separate because it is.
Everybody's selfish, bro. Selfish, spread apart, weird. Antisocial. Yeah. Back in the day, everybody was social, bro. Everybody was outside, and everybody could talk to each other. Yeah. It wasn't hard to get a woman.
You got it.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right though. Everybody's on the phone. Everybody, is antisocial.
In the metaverse, you got all the games. You got your wife. You got two kids.
They're not
Little Nas X.
That's Little Nas X right there.
All the fucking homos, man.
Yeah, that was Lil Nas X. That was him. I got a precept. You done with yours, Art?
Oh, yeah. So this continuing on. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves.
I know what the word mankind. We all know what feminine means, man. Like idolaters, everything that this world is ran off is also a form of an idol, of a god that was past and previous. That come from that derives from the other nations, man. That were conquered, and they took their gods and put their name on, and their ways on,
This is 10 out. nor thieves, nor covetous, nor
Everybody's
drunkards.
a fucking thief. Everybody's a fucking cutthroat. Everybody, you know, you gotta pay taxes on shit that you don't even supposed to be paying taxes on. Everybody's a cutthroat. Everybody is trying to nickel and dime you, man. They're trying to hustle you, man. But everybody's a fucking thief, you know.
Nor revilers, nor extortioners.
But hey, it shows you that we, you know, even us in this truth, man, we try to do our best and try to do everything righteous with a righteous balance. We don't try to hustle or cheat nobody out here, man. You know?
Because the Lord he's not about this unjust wasting balance.
That's right, man.
So we have to try to be the same way.
We try to be blameless on the society. Even as wicked as society is, like his brother got businesses, man. You know, you go to these little fucking CBL or your own these little companies out here, they try their hardest to try to nickel and dime you, cut you, bro. But us that brother that had their own little businesses and do their own little thing, we try to do the best we can to be the honest and most upright.
Well, I mean, Yahweh Shai, he was a carpenter.
Yep.
You know, you think he was swindling people? He's like, you know what? Oh, I did there's 50.
You know what? 100. This wood, yeah, he think he was like this. This would come from
They're like, that Yahweh Shai, man, he did it for what? He did y'all? Oh man, see, that's why. Nah, you know, it was had to been just even in his you know so-called worldly job.
Remember, remember I told you the King Solomon temple, right? They went and got wood from
God, yep.
I forgot where,
right?
God. You know,
Lebanon. Was it Lebanon? Because that's where the finest cedars work.
I think so.
It might be.
If I'm not mistaken. Now, here it is. Yahweh Shai was saying this wood from Lebanon, but it didn't.
Right. Yeah.
So you know, people here they'll hustle you like, yeah, it's real gold.
Right.
You better go get it. You know, look at if it's gold. That shit fake, man.
Right. They should turn your wrist green.
Yeah, that should turn your shit green, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. And the only time you're supposed to not necessarily raise the price, but even charge a little bit more or sell something on something that you would just give to an Israelite is the other nation. Usually, right.
That's the only
something you would give to your own people, you could sell to the other nation.
Hey, but he look at Esau. He charged everybody with
even his own people. Yeah. Hey, that's what the people are mourning.
That's why Esau. That's why Esau is divided against Esau.
That's why you'll say to the so-called white, you'll speak about slavery, and they'll get mad at you because they right now mad at the goddamn elite.
Like I'm suffering just like you.
I can't get all taking this away, and you know, we're going to Washington, we're marching, and you know, right.
That's it. Just finishing off, shouting. Basically, I'll start again. I said, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers.
Everybody drunk on the philosophy of the society. A lot of people are really getting drunk. So, you know, why? Because they're trying to escape reality. You know, people are drunk off the wine of philosophy of Esau. People have become real drunkards. Right?
They're double drunk. They be drunk, literally, and then mentally they drunk off the philosophies of this world, man.
All the way
you know, super tipsy. You know, they wake up out of being regular drunk and talk about Jesus Christ and eat shrimp, pork, crab. Say Merry Christmas. It's my birthday.
Oh, they wake up. You know, they get
my
sober.
birthday fell on Christmas and Easter.
They wake up drinking. They still thinking they can get something in the society.
God, right.
Shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That was
God, I got to do something already. God. This is Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
What is that? 400 degrees. Now,
100 million.
100 million.
It says, yeah. It says their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, like we was going into. You know,
skeletons.
You know, you have literally skeletons walking around. They ain't died yet. The spirit, it got burnt so quick that the skeleton was just the spirit ain't left the body yet. You know, it says their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So before the spirit is even taken away from you, your eyes gonna be taken in your mouth. So you ain't gonna be able to see no more, nor are you gonna be able to scream for your life. You know,
You're gonna be walking around like a damn zombie.
zombie,
Like a
skeletal,
damn zombie.
skeletal zombie,
Yeah.
on fire.
He ain't gonna be walking nowhere.
You know,
He's gonna be fucking in pain and misery.
Or you just might be ashes with your skull on top of the rest of your body just screaming.
Right.
Who knows how the Lord gonna judge these
Right.
people?
Right.
You know, like the specific details of it, you know?
Right.
Because what it's the saying in the world, the devil's in the details, man.
Right. Yep.
That's why you gotta pay attention to details, man.
Right. Hey, with the Lord, you know, He's all about the details. You know, so the Most High's gonna have He's already everything's already been planned out by the Most High Yahweh. So all the details have already been put in place. The Lord already knows when that nigga over there catches on fire, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, he's gonna tumble and fall, then he's gonna burn over there.
Right.
You know.
I was reading in First Samuel earlier. Just that Bible had brought from Atlanta. It said in the prayer of Hannah, the woman that brought forth Samuel. It said when she prayed to the Lord, she said the Lord is the governor of the people. So like you were saying, the Lord, He already got the details set up.
Right.
Well, go back to the scripture. It tells you the people what's that scripture? So is the people. So is the king. So is the people.
Yep.
Prepare for it. So we understand that Esau does not follow the scripture. He says that yes, Bible is the law of the land. And when he by his actions, by his deeds, it's complete contrary. Right. He governs by himself. He governs by Satan.
Right.
You know, abominable society, man. You know, and that's why these people are bugged out.
Yeah, and that's the whole. Esau does that to keep these people under that religion, confused. You know, under that whole facade. You know,
double-minded.
Right. When you go into religion, it goes into to hold back or to bind. Yep. That's how they bind the people. Even these other nations, man. Even these other Edomites, man, are bound by religion, these other doctrines, philosophy. Because a lot of these lower level Edomites actually believe that America is going to go on forever. And even these elites know that.
They got a future.
Yeah, they think that you're going to be able to walk around, you know, enjoying life for the rest of
They think they got a future here.
God, this new era of wearing these goddamn flip-flops, you're going to need your shoes tied in these times to come.
That's right.
Niggas gonna be walking around these flip tops with goddamn running from bears, lions, martial law troops. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them get caught up just because they had some shit like that on. I knew I shouldn't have bought this shit. 5 people got away, you got caught. They freeze like fucking you're going into the concentration camp.
Just like them, just like these guys who be sagging and stuff, man.
God,
I can't wait to see y'all bastards get destroyed, man.
God. That's why the scripture that says don't leave the house without your shoes on your feet. What is Prodigy, you know what I'm talking about. It's all good.
It's within the law, or is it when the person doesn't accept the God?
I don't even know. It's all good. But you know, man, a lot of these people ain't ready for what's about to happen.
It's good if that right. So walking around as if nothing's going to happen.
I mean, we know that
walk around. We got them flip flops on because they in a complacent. I seen
in a complacent mindset.
Pajama pants on.
Yeah. Because you might not know. We might not come back to the house when you leave the house.
Headphones on.
You know. You very well. Every time we leave the house, we're looking at it like, yo, we might not be coming back here. You know. Especially going out to camp. That's what I'm saying. Especially going out to camp. You go out to camp, that might be your last day on. Like. Before you're taken out of this world on this side.
Jail. Somebody, Esau abduct you.
Right.
Never be seen again.
Never be seen again. Look what you got regular people that'll never be seen again. Going back to that Mark Zuckerberg experiment. You got Facebook employees never seen again.
They probably signed a contract,
right.
Job.
Right. Where are these families out in the outrage? We haven't seen Ronnie since he got that job with y'all. Where are all these people in the uproar? It was like 60, 70, almost 100 people that just disappeared off the face of the earth, so-called. And we know really happened to them, through these little, experiments. Because we know the so-called white man's a mad scientist, man. And they even called that nigga that, man. They said he was doing experimental experiments on test subjects, which this devil has been doing that for years and years and years, man. He's never really stopped. He's always been testing on the people, man, and mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Going into that MK Ultra, I don't know if I still got the hard drive with all those books on it. I remember that we did a video on it a long time ago.
Yep.
And it had the stuff with MK Ultra on it.
They made movies about that. The Manchurian Candidate.
Yep.
The Jason Bourne.
Yep.
You know, the Super Soldiers, all that MK Ultra. Hey, the other one with where they were making the goats drop dead by looking at them, scaring at goats.
That's the movie with Bill
Yeah,
Clinton.
yeah, Con. You know, so they've been doing testing on people's minds with that MK Ultra program with Esau's mind control, and trying to perfect it, and that's his ultimate goal, man. His ultimate goal for New World Order is to have the minds of all these people controlled, basically everybody being a robot, that he can control from the convenience of a supercomputer. Right?
No, go ahead, man. You always talk about how somebody one day they're gonna have to go into a work and be programmed to do their job and be made to be happy. I put in a group chat something I seen today on TikTok where they was getting chips inserted into the back of their head. Yep. And the lady was like, she didn't want to be there no more. So the dude said, you guys say it 3 times for us to let you go. Yeah. And then it was some movie called Severance or a TV show called Severance. I gotta watch that shit. Yeah. But they put the chip in the dude's head, and he was sad and all that. But when he got to work, that motherfucker was happy as hell. Yeah. See? Slaves, man.
Slaves. That's how wants it, man.
You saw showing that shit right in your face.
Like, you want to take the flower? All right. You got a little money, you can go buy and sell. But on top of that, we always tell you the so-called good things that can happen with you taking the Charagma, how you can download information, you can talk via Charagma, you can learn different things, you can do this, you'll live longer, you'll be non-acceptable to diseases. But they don't tell you the things that, hey, if we can do that, what so-called things that aren't good for you that we can do. We can have you under mind control. We can implement, thoughts and memories that aren't really there. We can give you a false sense of happiness, like the brother was going into. You don't like going to work every day. Well, we're gonna program it into your Karagma that you get up at 7:30 every day and you get off at 7 at night, and you're happy as hell the whole time. And you only get 2 breaks. How many breaks? 2. Alarm clock, you don't need it. You don't need an alarm clock. You don't really need a car because we'll put walk to work.
Yeah, here you go right here.
Oh yeah, God.
As soon as the chip is implanted in the brain, memories of life and work will be separated.
Yep.
You don't remember what life is like when you go to work. When you get off work, you don't remember what you did. Like Mike.
And that's what they're trying to do with the whole metaverse chip.
But once he steps into the company,
yeah, you have to send that in the chat, bro.
I did, brother. I did earlier.
At least send it. Or just, link to it. Yeah.
And what does people say? Devil man. That goes to confusion. And everybody's confused.
Right. And that's how the elites want it. They want it just like that. They want to set up where basically they have everybody controlled to a point where they can give them a false sense of anything. And they have nobody basically going against the powers that be in his system, man. Because right now you got even the so-called white man's own people are speaking out against it. Airing out what's happening, what's going on behind closed doors, future plans, things that are going on in the umbrella, pandemic, disease, war, everything, man. So the so-called white man wants to basically completely control the narrative. And they're really going to do that when they shut down this YouTube, at least to us, and to certain other platforms, they're really going to control the narrative or try to control the narrative completely, where there's no channels, there's no people speaking up against anything he pushes, man, which is going right toward his New World Order goal or plan, because right now you have people speaking out against these things that are happening on the earth, man, mainly to the men of the Lord that Yahweh Shah set up, but also, you got these other people, man, these different channels, these so-called conspiracy theorists, left wing, right wing, that are speaking out and putting out a whole lot of truth out there, and this devil doesn't like that, man, like going right into the famine of the word, man. Soon you ain't gonna be able to find no great millstone videos, breakdowns, soon you ain't gonna be able to find, be able to watch a live stream, you ain't gonna be able to use the unicorn, okay, to help you, with studying, with growing in this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, hey, like the scripture says, you shall see your teachers. Soon you're not gonna see your teachers out in the highways and byways, and at least in this type of platform. You might see, and you might not want to see him in that time. A lot of our people, man, hey, In that time, you ain't gonna want to see some of those men you saw in the highways and byways teaching, man. You know, the time you see them, they done threw a crowd of people into another space. You know, they done lifted up a whole tectonic plate.
Right.
You know,
Right.
making earthquakes happen, flying through the air, man. You know, you might see on the news.
Is it Amos 5?
Amos 9, I think. It might be.
You ever played the game Saints Row 4?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And had the spiritual power?
Yeah.
I got
Hey,
Amos 8. All the
okay,
Saints
okay.
Row. Hey, I
All
used
of
to, hey, I used to hate games like that. All that little fake looking shit. When in the truth, I really I'm marveled at Saints Row 4. You could fly.
Yep.
Right.
Then you in the air, you get to shoot down to the ground,
Yep.
cause a fucking nuclear blast, shoot people, control people, throw people.
That's
Saints
what I
Row
be
4.
seeing some of those brothers' videos. They do video editing where people be having like spiritual power. That's where they came from. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is
Saints
this?
Row 4.
What the fuck?
You can fly in the air.
Mm-hmm.
You can jump up in there,
Yeah.
run real fast.
So it's not like GTA.
No.
It's like
not no more.
GTA.
But
It's the same.
yeah.
It's the same like first
Saints Row
person.
4
Okay.
is like GTA.
Right.
But
There's a
Saints
lot of
Row
Marvel
4,
joints like that. That
Yeah.
one Marvel game where you could be any superhero. You know,
yeah,
you could do that too.
I got that preset.
Con, go ahead.
This is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread,
Uh-huh.
nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh.
Right.
And they shall wander from sea to sea,
Yep.
and from the north even to the east.
Yep.
They shall run to and fro.
And what is that running to and fro? You think they're going to be going all the way over to this land, traveling 2,000 miles over to the other land, seeking all over the earth, getting plane flights and boats? You know, like, yo, where's these guys out here teaching this wisdom? No, that's seeking.
They're not even gonna be able to
God, that's seeking to and fro is going into the unicorn, the internet, man. You know, going in and searching. You know, looking on these different platforms where we used to be, man, and they can't find us, man. Going out in the highways and byways, we don't see these guys out there now. You know, go ahead, up.
It says, and Salakia, and fro to seek the word of Yahweh shall not find it.
That's right. They're not gonna find it, man. You know, because you didn't seek the Lord early, man. You didn't seek him while he may be found. Because soon he's not gonna be found. Soon, hey, man, those doors of repentance are closed, and now you're trying to seek the Lord, but it's too late, man.
If I may add on to that, you know, Esau has these algorithms within the
Right,
internet, and that he already burying shit.
Right.
So the Lord gonna put a spirit on him to bury shit even further.
God, that's right. The algorithms be so heavy, you ain't gonna be able to say nothing. You ain't gonna be able to talk. They're gonna have your voice is gonna be the algorithm. They're gonna have you, if this man speak, strike.
Right.
But they already do that. They already do
That's what I'm saying.
the transcript. They
Yep.
keep the transcript of what you say.
God.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. But fuck it, we got the Lord, man.
That's
We ain't
right,
worried
that's
about
right.
Esau,
God,
man. We
God.
ain't worried about you niggas.
That's
We ain't
right.
worried about none of that
That's
shit,
right.
man.
We ain't worried about this devil striking of it. We know the angels
Right.
are watching, man. We know the Lord sees everything, man. You know, all our channels that get taken down, and all our videos that we've done in the past. Hey, man, hey, the Lord's got documentation of everything, man.
Hey, and then at the end of the day, the Lord wanted that to happen.
That's right,
anyway.
exactly.
Right.
So when your video don't get no views
God,
or
God.
it get one,
Right.
hey, just pray that that was one of the lucky. Watch
Exactly,
that video. You
exactly,
know what I'm saying? Or
exactly.
the Lord is like, maybe I don't want nobody watching
Right.
right now. Maybe when shit start to turn
God.
up, I'm gonna put it in somebody's face.
That's
You
right.
know?
Right.
We're part of that number. The things that we're doing is not in vain, man.
Hey, we adding up that spiritual
Right,
bank.
right. That's right. And the Lord said, Yahweh said, what? I return come quickly, and my reward is with me.
Anything that you do, it's been seen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Esau
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like,
For them to strike, sometimes you upload. Hey, they got the modulators working overtime. You want a job? Go be a YouTube modulator. They need help.
Right.
Hey, because
Brothers
sometimes
throwing
you
out videos like
God,
grass on the ground.
right.
can't
Yeah,
keep
they
up,
need
bro.
help.
Can't keep
You
up.
know,
It's a flood.
they got your man. Remember they put the man with the hut?
I used to be mad because brothers
Bro,
would put
no.
out so many videos. I can't even watch all the dang videos.
God,
brothers
God.
put out. I used to be
Right.
mad.
That's right. You know, and hey, Esau has it where you upload a 20, 30-minute video, upload it, it's struck in 5 minutes. Like, hold up, come out. Y'all ain't even watch the whole video. No, nope, 2 minutes, nope, strike.
All that shit takes forever to upload.
We don't care if you said sorry at the end of it. You know, nope, strike. You know, because you could I say all this and say this. No, they ain't even getting to that.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
get the first two words. Yeah,
First
how
two
about you
words.
outside?
Yeah. You know? So hey man. But hey man, that's why we're out here telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to seek the Lord while he may be found and repent before it's too late.
I got you on
You
that.
know, and it's not us up to us, man. You know, it's really up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to reveal you this wisdom and knowledge. Man. You know, we can't make you believe anything. You know, knowing that it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. You know, because we know the majority of our people are going to be destroyed, man. They're not going to believe. You know, but we're trying to get the blood off our hands. Go ahead, Op.
This is Second Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek Yahweh power of Israel to be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Yep, that's right, man. The Lord's not a respecter of persons, and neither are we, man. You know, so what? Hey, whether small or great, whether man or woman, hey, that's against Christianity. You know, Christianity says what? Men, women, and children. Oh my God, no. The Lord doesn't kill women and children and kids. He loves them. If you got killed out here, it's because you know it's basically your fault. You know
what's that song they be singing in church? You know, that JC motherfucker loves all the little children.
Yeah. You know?
Even go back to Scarface. Even go back to Scarface. Most so-called hoodish gangster movie that Jake idolized. They show 20 Montana, Scarface, Al Pacino. I ain't killing a woman and kids, man.
Right.
You know? Fuck that, man.
He said, fuck that. You die.
He said, I'm not slime like you. Fuck that, man. You know?
God,
That was a good movie, though.
God, yep.
But he killed every, you know.
But that's how it is.
Left it right.
Yeah. Even in all these top gangster movies, he always got some simpism in these top gangsters.
Not killing a woman and kids.
You know, no woman and kids and children. And they always got one woman, one wife. You know, a lot of times I got you the gangster, the whole goddamn city, and you got married. American gangster.
No, hey, but look, he committed adultery though, because that dude,
he
was married to
you're right. You know,
he had to wait that 30 days.
Right. So they still promote this.
He must have listened to Cat that. I am.
Yeah. So they still are promoting the laws of the land, so to speak, man. They're still promoting one wife, get married, put a ring on it, marriage, this and that. You know, it don't matter what status you had, even if you're the top drug dealer or thug of the town. Still go put a ring on it, enter into that third-party contract. You know, and you get married at the church. They always go to the church and have all the gangsters of the city came to the church. They had a big dinner.
What's that?
The Godfather.
Snowball.
Oh, nice.
Snowball.
Yep. And the Godfather too. Though.
That big back nigga.
Yeah.
His woman. That shit black, bro. Always a black nigga. She got shot. He all emotional. She messed with another chick on there. Yeah. He all. Nigga got the J curl. Ripped up muscle.
But she got put to death though.
No, she still. I haven't watched that shit ever since like first season.
You said she got shot. I thought she got put.
She did get shot, but she ain't died.
She didn't die.
He all emotional. She like that. The gang. She goes. Basically, he went to her for a question. You know, she that thug mistress. You know, what's that say? Oh, the gangster. That's the gangster thing.
He still ain't gonna show no masculine movie without no wickedness in it. Man.
Trap queen, the trap queen.
You know?
Whoa. Nigga got on a whole dress, man.
Oh, that's a nigga, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was pointing.
Crazy.
Yo.
Yeah, Esau ain't gonna
Matrix,
Esau ain't gonna push no masculine movie or anything on TV to a high level without putting some type of wickedness in it, man. Without having adultery, okay? You know, basically trying to be one with the world, you know, things that happen to do with the government and laws, you know, religion, all that, man. You know, because they want to persuade you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to follow into being one with this world. James 4:4, man. You know, they don't want you to be separate.
That's Judah. That nigga grew.
You know, the Most High wants you to be separate from this world, man. You know, not one with this world.
Yeah, like niggas wearing dresses and shit. Right.
Yeah. Fuck them, man. There's gonna be a whole lot of more and more. We're gonna see a whole lot of niggas like
evidence.
that, man.
It's more evidence in the size of the times we're wearing.
There ain't no garment.
Ain't
no garment.
What your friend said.
I'm gonna keep going, man.
Oh, you can't. Go ahead, my bad.
So thy nakedness shall be, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. He ain't coming as the lamb. He's coming as a roaring lion, man. You know, and he's coming with great power. You know, he's gonna crack them clouds, man. Hey, he's coming on a chariot so big. Hey, the whole earth is gonna be dark. The chariot very well could cover the whole earth, man. Yep. You know.
I got something.
Go ahead, Art. You got it.
Was you done, brother?
Yep, got it.
This is Revelation
Well,
19 and 11.
Murder.
And I thou shalt not kill.
You gonna stir them on? They're gonna be all over the place.
Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse.
Yep.
And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Yep.
And it's capital F and a capital
That's
T.
right.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
Yep.
So when he comes down here to kill people, it's gonna be righteous.
Right.
When he comes down here and starts putting you faggot ass niggas wearing dresses
Right.
to death, it's gonna be righteous because within the law, the Lord said the brother had wrote Deuteronomy 20, right? And 5?
22.
Yeah, 22. Don't wear what a woman's supposed to wear, you know, as a man.
Yep.
It says his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and on his and his name was called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven
Hey, going
followed.
right back to that wine press.
Yep. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, those chariots, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Right.
And out of his mouth goeth a sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with the rod of iron.
Right.
And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of the Almighty. And his vesture, and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Yep, and that's Yahweh Shai, man.
That's
Try
right,
to do that wine press, man.
That's our
A
Lord,
great
man.
slaughter, man. You know, it's gonna be done by Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. And a great slaughter is gonna happen by the way of his men, certain of his men as well, man. You know, through that standard that's gonna be lifted against Esau and as well as these other nations' armies, because Israelites are scattered all over the four corners of the earth. So some of these other nations' armies are gonna come against us. Us, you know, the elect being in other lands. You know, and miracles and great works are going to happen in those other lands. What did Yahweh Shah say? He said you would do greater miracles than these. You know, so hey, man, we're living in beautiful times and even more beautiful times to come.
It's like if so-called Cuba was in the land of Manasseh, in the land of Cuba, if they started camp, you know, Hebrew Israelite camp.
Right. Esau would declare them. You know, kind. You're right, because Esau would declare them.
But you know, they got a heavy.
Right.
They're actually like communists.
Kind.
So they're gonna definitely catch up.
Right.
Oh yeah. Those
If
brothers
that-
down there.
Yeah, let it be a North Korean camp,
Right.
GMS camp.
Oh,
North
God.
Korea.
Yep.
Definitely what they're gonna catch.
Because all these other nations are under the vibration of the Esau's doctrine, man. To some extent.
Either, but you know, like I said, North Korea, they got their own system.
Right.
You know, those are communist known countries.
Right.
And you know,
But
you
even
go
being,
against-
Kai, you're right.
let
Even
it be a GMS
Yeah,
camp.
yeah,
Talking about
yeah.
Kim Jong-un. You going into slavery. You're gonna be like, hold on, what?
They gonna
Go
come get
down.
your
Yeah,
ass
they
same day.
yeah, you know.
And
Because
even
you can't, even in Cuba, you can't even come against that government.
Right. Yeah.
In Cuba,
Right.
you got a camp that's out there, Cuban government, America, so they're gonna be like, hold on, what? Lock them up.
But communism-
take that internet away from the people out down there.
They got very limited access.
Just like
And,
China.
and I'm gonna tell you something too. Like I tell everybody, I be trying to get information from my family in Cuba. They don't tell me nothing because it's heavily monitored. They can get thrown in jail for that. They talk against Cuba, the Cuban government. My parents can get thrown in prison. So I be trying to. So it's like I want to know a lot of things.
You gotta
and
write
know what's
letters,
going
goddamn
on.
You gotta write
They don't tell. Like they switched the whole. Like they switched the whole convo. You know. So like I said, you know, you push a hit out there, oh, you going to jail off top.
But you know, even if something is set up like that, those brothers that if they are down there, they gotta believe that the Lord's gonna be with them.
And they're gonna have a different mindset.
Yeah.
But the Lord gonna give them a different mindset.
Right.
Because the elites are controlling all these nations. So regardless of their communism or whatever type of government is established or rules or laws. Hey, Job 9:24, the earth is still given, it has been given into the hands of the wicked. So these elites are still calling the shot. You know, these people looking upon like Russia and Ukraine and America and all these things that are going on, yet today they fail to realize that the elites are controlling these nations, man. The elites are giving them a booklet of guidelines and things to say and the things to do, man. You know, they're playing both sides of the fence, man. You know, they give these government officials and then these presidents on one side, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're gonna say, and then on the other side, they're saying, hey, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're gonna say, and this is what's gonna happen. You know, so hey, man, hey, the wicked is in rulership, man. No matter how you look at it, man. And soon, like the brother was bringing out earlier, soon he's going to be brought down, man. And these people are going to look upon him narrowly, saying, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?" Soon he's going to be kicked out of his.
He's not going to be debated.
Right.
The lowest level.
God, he's going to be taken out of his power seat.
I got a precept on that.
God, you don't. Oh, Con, go ahead.
That's not going to be that.
Con.
This is Daniel 7:13. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days, and they were brought near before him.
Yep. That's right. Those clouds, man. Hey, he's coming with them chariots.
That's right.
Going on
Hey,
right. It ain't got God, it ain't got to be a cloudy, rainy day
right,
for the
right.
Lord to come. Christians probably like, well, he's always coming with clouds. Jesus is always coming with rain clouds.
So when the rain comes and it's clouds,
it's always gonna be a cloudy day.
Cloudy day.
Like, you got it out.
Just more on that. Verse 14, that there was given him, that him is talking about Yahushua, man, when he returns. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, and all people, nations, and languages should serve him.
Yep.
So that's final.
Right, God.
The Israelites going to rule, man.
Right. Yeah, when Yahushua returns, he's coming with great power and great glory.
That's
and
right.
It's going to transverse right into the kingdom. It's going to continue. It's never going to, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to stop from there, man.
Right. And if you read Daniel 2:44, you don't got to get it, but it says it's going to be forever. Forever. It's going to be forever.
Forever and ever. It says the saints shall take the kingdom and, shall possess it forever and ever. And even
Daniel 7:2,
what is it?
25.
What the other scripture says? It says, "You shall not leave the kingdom for another people."
Another piece, right? It says to possess the kingdom forever and ever and even ever. So the kingdom, once the so-called white man is taken out of rulership, the Israelites are going to rule forever, man, and we're never going to be taken out of rulership again. We're never going to go into captivity again. That's where we're going to get true rest, man. This place is not. This ain't living, man. This is not life. This ain't a living. This ain't enjoyment. This ain't happiness.
Micah 2:10.
God.
Rise ye depart.
Exactly.
This is not your rest.
Yeah, Jake think this is the best thing ever. He's trying to live his best life. He's like, oh my God, a Lamborghini in a mansion. Oh my goodness.
That's why it don't never last.
Right.
Soon they got to pay that personal property insurance on it, or keep the insurance up on it.
Well,
they can't make it.
Yeah, so Esau knocking on the door talking about your rent is due. It ain't talking about money. They say you got to report to the Grand Master. The chapel.
God over there.
That place, the address don't even make sense.
They said,
what is this?
They give you a bunch of Greek coordinates.
They
They don't give you an
this
address.
is longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
You out in the middle of the desert.
They say,
all right, I'm here. All of a sudden, a big old joint open up out of the ground. Like, come on down. Like, hold on. Bunker. Yeah. Bunker number 17. You're like, you seeing all your friends, all your celebrity friends.
Oh, no. Everybody got masks on.
Oh, yeah.
They
Right.
naked.
I know it's
Naked with masks on.
Did he?
Naked
Don't
with
say my
masks
name.
on.
In the
Yeah.
video where you going to Harlem.
Don't
I
say
know
my
that's you.
Don't say my name. So you're gonna have to. Hey, they didn't think it was that. And now all that money, all that lifestyle, and that big old mansion ain't as fun as it used to be. Because now you got to make sacrifices. You got to give up your mother, your father. You got to do these horrendous acts, drink blood, and that's just what we know. It goes way deeper than that. So now they basically almost suicidal, and that's why now they're doing interviews with glasses and shades on. They're fucking doped up, heavily drugged up.
There was a football player that he was a big football player, man. He used to play for the Tennessee Titans, man. That motherfucker, I believe he committed suicide, man.
If they really committed suicide, a lot of times Esau just take them out. And that's an easy thing to throw for Esau. He ain't even got to do any type of,
They show that he's crazy and shit.
That's the easy one.
Weird.
They ain't even got to devise some fucking story like just say suicide.
Yeah.
Something, whatever. We'll leave it up to y'all.
But the whole point is because Esau and them is in control, man.
Yeah.
You gotta give up something to get something in this world.
That's right.
You give up your sanity to get a couple hundred grand.
That's right.
That's fucking stupid, man.
And you still under the curses. Jake think he didn't escape the curses. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a billionaire, and the curses they don't no longer follow me. You know, nah, man, you just a rich, you just a rich slave. You a rich nigga. Hey, that's funny you said that, rich nigga.
Yeah.
They want to be. Even these Hollywood niggas, they basically saying it. They don't even know they saying it, man. They said a rich nigga. I want to be a rich nigga. That's what you gonna be. Oh, he is part on. Hey, yo. That's what you're gonna be. Yeah, a rich nigga, man. You're gonna be a rich slave, man. You know. And if you ain't persuading your people to do wickedness, to follow the ways of the world, to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, and ultimately they want you to force your people to take that charagma. You know, they want you to be such a persuasive person that you can basically force your people to do anything. They mainly want you to force them to follow along with this new world order. You know, which mainly is going into taking that charagma. Like the scripture says, he's going to cause all, both small and great, man. He's going to do that, by the way. Well, first, before he makes it mandatory, he's going to do that by these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have influence in this place. Your Hollywood, celebrities, hip hop, the music industry, all the way down to Instagram, Facebook, your job, your employer, to your mother, your father, and then don't forget your pastor, because he's going to be the main one. Big checks going to be going out. Pastor said, fuck that 501c3. You can be getting big old joints. Pastor, the damn nigga say you ain't coming to church no more if you don't take the goddamn joint. They basically at that point already. I mean, they wouldn't allow people in the church for the little juice, Yeah. Yeah, they said we don't want you in here, if you ain't got you ain't got some type of documentation.
Now nobody's bringing this shit up no more.
God. Yep. That's right.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
Fucking the slap in Ukraine. People have forgot about. They forgot the whole about the whole pandemic. Basically, almost damn near people don't even talk about it. Ukraine happening in this stupid ass slap. Everybody's fucking talking about. That just shows how destroyed and stupid these people are, man. Right. That slap should have nothing to do. It shouldn't even be a topic to bring up. Right. People shouldn't even be talking about
shit. Get slapped. Niggas die every day,
man. Right. Talk about a dumbass nigga gonna slap the hell out of someone. They get up on stage and cry. The hell? The hell just happened? Chris Rock supposed to be the one crying. You just slapped the hell out of someone and now you crying.
And he about to shut himself up.
Right.
Chris Rock should be doing this. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Yep. And the majority of our people don't know that name. They ain't got that true name, And it ain't God and it ain't Jesus Christ, man. And it ain't Jehovah. Go ahead, Doc.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, the daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yep.
But thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right. This is no longer going to be the place where, and we're already seeing that on a lower level of the place you want to be, the place you want to go. Under the umbrella of pandemic and disease, a lot of people are trying to get the hell out of here, or they ain't trying to come over, man. These people in these other nations, they hearing about all these things going on over here. They don't want to come over here. And you're seeing this happen in these other nations as well, But they no longer want to come to it. They're not going to leave a place where it's happening to go to another place that it's happening. Like, well, I'm going to leave here because they're doing all this. And you get over here and they're doing the same thing. You should have went to the right. You got it, Doc.
I was wroth with my people.
That's right.
I have polluted mine inheritance.
That's right.
And given them into thy hand.
That's right. The Most High has gave us into the hands of these other nations because we went off, We wanted to be like these other nations. So he said, okay, I'm going to give you over to them, and put these curses upon us and have you following their gods, their holidays, bowing down to their statues and idols, following their ways, Go ahead, Doc.
Thou didst show them no mercy.
That's right. The so-called white man showed you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans no mercy, man, until this day. You got it.
Upon the ancient has thou verily upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Yeah, that yoke upon that neck, man. You would think like after all this so-called white man did to you, like, you know what? We'll let him go. Let's go take him to a continent, a land, and just just let him free completely, But he don't want to let you Jakes go, man. He wants to keep a hold of you forever. Why? Because he knows that you are Hey, he knows you the children of the Lord, man.
You're a good
Right.
instrument for you.
God, he knows that you got that blessing that he wanted. Man.
Is he gonna take he'll promote the
Right.
CHIP?
Right.
You know, they promote. Hey, I'll just side, man. You know, we going to these gyms and shit. They don't play rock music. They don't play. They do not play. Bro,
Man.
you go to the gym. You be the whitest gym. They
Right.
don't play rock music.
Bro,
They play rap.
Right.
That new rap shit,
Bro,
man.
you might watch an insurance commercial that got goddamn rap album in the background. You might hear Jay-Z, Little Nut, P. Diddy, and it's talking about insurance. You like, hold the fuck up. What?
Rap. There's an Edomite rap.
Right.
Acting like he doing
God.
it.
Yep. So he saw that.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
You know,
man.
he
Remember that dumbass Kroger video? He got low. Everybody done seen that shit, right? Why are they playing this shit?
Bro, you had that pass through the passage, right? Jesus Christ, this my nigga.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
I ain't seen. I got.
Yeah, I
gotta
seen
send me
that
that
to you.
one.
You had that pass
gotta
talking
send me
about,
that one, man.
bro. I'll send that to you. Yeah,
It
I'm
was
gonna send it to you.
Pastor?
No. Dude,
What?
the Edomite pastor and his wife singing
They
that
said,
shit,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, my
The
name.
whole that's the name of the song. It's like a music video, like a rap.
That's a mockery
I'm
of the
gonna send it to
Lord,
you,
man.
Hey,
You
I'm
got
trying to tell
it.
you,
Two times,
man.
3 times.
Hey,
God.
Esau had taken Jake, and they're very beneficial. They're very useful, but to push this new world order. Rap again. You know, back in the day, growing up in the '90s, man, you had different genres of music, man. We all know it was rock, heavy metal, house,
R&B.
R&B,
Yep.
rap, Jamaican music,
Christ is my nigga.
salsa.
Send it to y'all.
You know, you had a whole bunch of different.
Videos like that don't get
8 years.
8 years old.
5.2 million views.
God dang.
Videos like that don't get taken never. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to y'all.
No.
But you know, one, so like he's calling the Lord stinky because that's what nigga means, right?
Yep.
And he's an Edomite, right? And they're using the name of the Lord in the wrong text, and in the wrong sense.
Yep.
That's 3 strikes right there. Man.
You're already in a church, so you already know what type of
That's 4 strikes right
stuff
there.
they're promoting.
Yeah.
You know? And like going back to the reason I said that because going back what the Ox says, they really need Jake to promote stuff. You know, that's why an Edomite pastor would say some shit like that.
Remember the fake ass Jews? They singing WAP.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because Esau knows where the stone of the earth, so he's like, yo, we gotta use these niggas to push what we want.
Push our shit.
And NBA, NFL would be nowhere without us, man. Music,
The whole world
movies
would
would be nowhere. Hey, the whole world, man. Hey, Jake invented a whole lot of the new inventions that you see out here today, man. Esau just took the right and the name of it, even the old inventions, man.
Hey, because nothing. Jake is willingly giving them these fucking devils their attention. So they really want to be useful, and they want these devils to love them, man. They're constantly trimming their ways to free this man. But this man is going down. You know? And all these adventures that Jake is making, all this music that they're doing, all this wittiness, self.
Well, they think they're doing something.
Bag.
Right, they think they're doing something. That's gonna be
my business. You know, all these bitches talking about.
Right.
I shouldn't have my business.
Right.
Bitch, what business?
Right. You ain't gonna be able to go before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai and say, "Oh, I was the best rapper alive. I had 78 million views on one of my music videos. I had a top job. I got my doctorate, Lord." You know, you're gonna look at you like you stupid. You know,
he gonna probably send you back down and burn.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I took all that into account. You know,
and the judgment is this.
Yeah, your judgment is set.
And think about it. It'll be, Esau gives you those.
Right.
Esau gives you the outcome of those.
Right.
You're working them hard.
Right.
Through the left hand.
God.
But here it is, you doing this, us pushing the truth.
Right.
Trying to do what's pleasing to the Lord.
Right.
That's when the Lord really going to have compassion and mercy on us, right? Because you out of
Lord
all
the
increase. Because all the corruptness and the weakness, the wickedness in the society, you kept your integrity.
Right.
You took hold of this truth and steadfast.
Right.
And you fought, you did the right thing.
Exactly.
You had women that looked at you crazy. You had the society that looked at you wild.
Right.
Your castaway. Your family looked at you crazy. But without all of that, you still kept your integrity. Right. The adversity, the afflictions, the mental war that you had in your mind. You don't have children in this place. They hate your guts.
Right.
And it just
you still kept your integrity. Nothing
Right.
separated you from my love, from
Right.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
And we still had to go on with our daily lives. We're not telling you to go out here and be a bum.
You can't be
We're
like
not saying, hey, when you start teaching this word, quit your job, stop taking showers.
Right.
You know, don't
yeah.
go buy nothing nice for you. Those Jay, you wearing Jordans?
Right.
Take your Jordans off. I got some sandals for you.
yeah, over and over. Cheap junk.
Check out it.
Dollar
Dollar
store.
store.
Yeah.
With the thing on the bottom
That
you can pull out.
That shit hurt
Hurt your middle joint.
That shit hurt
Your middle joint
to your toe.
It'll be late.
You hurt.
That shit
gotta
bad.
read
That shit red in
You
the
run
middle.
too bad, your foot comes in the front. You just be on the back.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or
Yeah,
persecution?
that's
Or,
right, because we lose jobs, right? People that can talk shit about us. If people can, we can lose a lot of things in this truth, man. But again, like brother we're going into, man, we're not out here telling you that you got to quit your job, right? You got to do this, right? You got to stop. Your wife, you got to get rid of.
Yeah, some camps out there.
Kids,
Some camps out there.
yeah.
You have an unbelieving wife, like she's a heathen, you gotta get rid of her. And then you gotta get married according to Esau's law with us around, and you're gonna give you your Hebrew name. You gotta change the name too.
Ben Yasharel.
Yeah, yeah.
What they say?
Yeah.
Ben, I can't even say it.
Great.
Yeah, plain. Oh, I like that hair.
No, it was not it.
Oh,
It says, shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or
read that again.
Romans 8:35. Who's that's what
I was distracted.
Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress?
And the tribulation going to separate us.
Hey, because we got Salaki, we got to go through a lot of tribulation in order to receive the kingdom, man.
We're constantly putting through tests and trials, right? Yeah, ever since you came into this truth, you have been constantly tested and put through some sort of distress, persecution, trials, tribulations. Okay, your family forsook you. First you came into this truth, you want to tell your family about the truth. I'm an Israelite. I want to show you this Christian. They don't come over my house no more. You don't show up for family gatherings. You don't show up for Christmas. You ain't buying the kids no Christmas present. Now they didn't teach that you the bad. They teaching the little kids, your little cousins, your little nephews, that you the worst thing on earth. You don't buy your Christmas present. Why don't he get me a present? This little nigga done got all presents from all 50 goddamn relatives, and he ain't get one from you. And he wanted one from you. Greedy ass. They grow these Christmas to be the greediest goddamn kids on earth.
Oh, yeah.
He done opened up all the presents, and he said, I told you I wanted a bike this year. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, some high dollar shit. I wanted a Mac computer.
iPhone 13.
You know what I'm saying? Wicked.
I wanted a
Finish
cell
that out,
phone
right?
watch.
It says, shall tribulation, distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril?
Every day should be personal. A lot of people. I mean, it's really gonna be times where again, if you're not girded in this truth, man, you'll bug out, man. You'll go pick up a liquor bottle. You'll be on a sidewalk somewhere, bugged out. And it's like the elder Gabar would say, it's for you to make your break. You break it, right?
That's why a lot of dudes fell out. A lot of guys fell out of this truth, man. One thing, they didn't have patience. Because with this wisdom and knowledge, coming into this truth, it teaches you how to be patient, because you got to have patience. First of all, we're waiting. Doesn't the scripture not say patiently wait, for, the coming of our Lord, and we're also hastening and longing for the day of the return of Yahweh Shah, man, and we're constantly praying for a few days. We're praying and crying until Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to bring fewer days upon.
And the Lord is hearing us, man, because time is speeding up, man. We already, like, I believe with the Apostle Aryama, I was just doing a video the other day, he said we already in the month of April.
Right. Days go so fast, man. Days is like weeks.
Like I'll come across Monday and like the time I'm like really like going into like the day, it's like Saturday, Friday. I remember when I was a kid, them days would go so goddamn slow. Elementary school, Monday, Tuesday, summertime, Monday, Tuesday, went. Ah, yo, school, yo, you be out the whole. Feel like from like early morning to and it get dark. That was like a whole week. You was out playing the whole day. You came in 3-4 times, ate, went back out, played again, slept, came back out again. Now you playing flashlight tag at night. It's like, yo, the days was, yo, the Lord's speeding up the days, man.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, I'll bring it up.
It's John 15:20. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Right.
How about you know?
That's right.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
That's right. They persecuted the Lord, man. They're gonna persecute us too, man. You know, hey, man, look what they did to the prophets of old, man. You know, hey, they're gonna persecute us. They're gonna demonize us, send some false flag agenda. Some false flag attack, and have an agenda geared against us, man. Geared against the men on the highways and byways preaching this word, man. You know, and they're gonna demonize us, make us look like the worst, you know, people on the whole earth. You know, and justifying themselves and coming against us, man. You know, and the majority of these wicked niggas, they're gonna support Esau, man. They're gonna be in the crowd, same way they're in the crowd right now, clapping for these wicked ass niggas playing basketball and football. They're gonna be clapping for these wicked Edomites, you know, basically trying to put us to death, man. You know?
Same way they did your house shot.
God, that's right, man.
They're gonna be the same spirit.
Right. And you got them same wicked Jakes on earth today, man. It said, let his blood be on our hands and our children's children, man.
You got it.
You know?
Ooh,
God. Go ahead. You got more on that? Go ahead.
Just like you got those prophets and those apostles, they didn't have no assurance. They basically let's prove it. The same thing. We're constantly in the truth. You're constantly changing the discussion, changing things, losing things, you know, mishaps, you know, moves. Yeah, you know, changing your schedule. You may go to the gym. You may have a set schedule to go to the gym at 3 o'clock. Something may happen. You gotta go to the gym at 6 o'clock. You may have a studying time. Okay, when I get to like 7, study 8 o'clock. That may change.
Yeah, it might not work.
Because in this truth, man,
everything's moved by the spirit.
Yep.
You know, like you were saying. Yeah, kind of. Because you never know, like, hey, man, you might say, I'm gonna do this, like the brother was going to do. I might do this at this time. Next thing you know, the Lord might have a demon come up. I had a nigga woman come out of the goddamn nowhere. Next thing you know, she arguing with you're sick. Threw off your whole day. Headache, you know? God. Yeah. Hey, we're stuck. We're in these chains, and we're stuck into the element. Sickness, disease, you know, fatigue.
What's the scripture that tells you, you got to, to sit down and sit in the cross.
Count the cards.
14. Because in this truth, man, you really.
Anyways, get in the car and say that.
You know, you're not going to like. You're really an enemy to the state. Yeah. You're an enemy to your own people.
Hey, that was proof right there. Yeah,
they were talking to us.
I don't know.
That spirit, yeah.
He was. Jack wait till he get as far as he can. How far we were? We around the corner.
Yeah, right. But see, the spirit of the Lord gives us that power to shrug that shit off.
Right.
You know,
we're not even, like going back to coming into this truth. We grow in this thing. We become more men. Back in the day, that might have fucked with us. Hey, fuck you, say? We was running down the street. Hey, we running down the street. We right next to the car.
See, let's sit down, nigga.
Whoever gets the last word in, I won. I said, fuck you last. He didn't say it back. So I'm bigger than him. That's petty as shit. That's that shit you be in when you young in this world, bro.
What up, there, nigga?
Yeah. Next thing you fight, we don't know what we fighting for. What we fighting for? I don't know. You was talking loud. You know,
so you do some shit like that nowadays. Motherfuckers pull up, or you pull up on the motherfucker. They'll pull up.
What he said? I got my all 38 shots.
Nigga missed
hit everybody else.
I hit a tire though. I hit the tire.
Yeah,
they gonna make it far.
Yeah,
you know, they gotta have extended clips.
Gangster, man. They gotta have
extended clip. You late. You know.
I'm just going out on this.
Hey, get that. Take the Pacific Coast, man. Because again, man, you know, you really gotta consider that, man, because again, we are not of this world, you know. So you really got to consider because I think there's a lot of things you're going to see. There's a lot of things you're going to go through in this thing, man. You know, this is not an easy journey. This is not going to be pleasant.
It wasn't easy for the Lord, man.
Exactly, man. Paul, Apostle Paul, John, you know, all the apostles, you know, the prophets, man. You know, they didn't have no show, right? It was, I was thinking, I think me and you were talking about that, man. Warriors, dude that were like warriors and fighters, they didn't have no show, right? They were poor,
Right. The scripture said the Lord didn't have a place to lay his head.
Right.
That's
This is the hard. We didn't pick this, but this path that we're walking is the hardest path you can take.
Yep.
You know, if you think all the paths in life, you know, all them paths except this path lead to destruction. You know, but this is the hardest path to take and the hardest walk. You know, even in like the brother was going into bringing it and going into warriors. You know, hey man, if they're not fighting that good fight, even if they are like a real warrior, hand-to-hand combat going to battle, they still haven't picked the hardest the hardest path, man. You know, because this is literally the hardest path to take. You know,
and the Lord is really, you know, we're the true warriors,
God, right?
you know. The thing about it, you know, looking at, you know, just like regular men that were warriors, fought, and dedicated their life to being fighters. They don't have women, they don't
Right.
kids and that big old lavish lifestyle. Man.
What's the scripture that says only Slocket? What's the scripture that says only one the path that only one can go in at a time? The fire on one side and water on the other side. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
And you gotta really have that warrior mindset. Because even as a fighter, man, you got to constantly train because there's always somebody that's better than you, man. You know, so called. You know, you get in that ring or you like an MMA fighter.
Big horse.
You know, you
think it's 7.
constantly gotta stay in top shape to be ready, man. You know, and that's the same thing with us, man. So we don't got time to be you know, focusing on worldly shit, man. You know, shit that regular peon civilian, like the brother elders are highway to. That's it. We ain't got time to be thinking of civilian shit, man. Because the civilian shit that we think about is not going to stand.
Right.
You know, but you get with a woman, you know, me and Rob was talking about this, man. You know, when you really got a woman, you really got to put effort to that, man. Because you might, you know, woman walk slow and you be looking at shit. Here, then you got that monster. You turn around, she's still over there looking at you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Why you acting like that? You know, you do that, man. Bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Let's fucking go. That's an effort that you gotta. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I was in a relationship for 9 years, man. You know, it was shit I saw. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Hey, man, hey, you know. So I know, you know, but I'm saying that's effort that you gotta put in. But then you start to realize, like, man, this shit is not the whole thing. What's the institutionalized?
Commonwealth, man.
Institutionalized. You got it, bro.
It's the second Ezra 7 and 7. The entrance thereof. Man, let's skip up a little. That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna skip up to
There's only 7.
we'll go to the second Ezra 7 and 1. It says, and when I had made an end, it says, and when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto me, up, Esdras, and hear the words that I have come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my power Yahweh. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. And who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it if he went not through the narrow? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
So the broad and the sea is the kingdom of heaven, man. You gotta go through the narrow, like Matthew 7. You gotta the strict staircase, bro.
That's beautiful. It says there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of good things, like you were saying, man. You know, the kingdom, man. It says, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
You had that mindset that, you know, you what they take you to the room back at what is it, Halloween Scare House. You freak out.
Yeah.
Screaming and shit.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
like this, man.
Esau was like, you trying to go to the haunted house?
The haunted house.
The haunted house. Like, haunted house? Like, I can take you to a haunted house.
Right.
What's that?
Take you to a haunted house. You might not make it out of it.
What's that scripture talks about the parable about people get choked up by the world,
Yeah.
choked up by the affairs
God,
of the
God,
world.
yeah, right.
The parallel to
Yep.
Right, God.
And that's those them obstacles,
Yep.
man. You know, because we always like Foles always said the world is strong. You can get sucked up to a woman's emotions.
Yep.
You can get sucked up into your kids. You can get sucked up into this your job.
Right.
Getting a status in this world to even get women.
Right.
It's showing through a lot of camps. It has shown with a lot of Jakes. What's one of the main reasons why Jake is wicked? Because they want to and become niggas, become drug dealers. They get pussy.
Right.
They have a name in the hood and get pussy.
I was gonna say it.
There's a revolving door of the so-called black women want thug niggas, Pookie and Ray Ray.
Right.
So it's a set thing to be like Pookie and Ray Ray had this little ghetto image. You gotta vote, and that's a snare.
Yeah.
So the word is a snare. And if you don't got that warrior mindset that ain't gonna do shit, ain't nah. Because a warrior, what is a warrior constantly doing? On and off the court. It's training.
Right.
Same thing with us. When we on and off this camera, we're studying. We're reading. We're trying to be blameless. So even when we're not studying and reading, when we're out and about amongst the world, we're constantly the scriptures dwelling in our minds.
Right.
So if we get in
We're
a
constantly
situation,
applying the scripture.
that's right,
Even
man.
out in the world, even dealing with women.
Yeah,
You go to the club, you go to the bar, stay away from this, don't do this. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna do this. Hey, time to go. It's time and place for everything. You're constantly, the scriptures are constantly being used and applied to your life, through your daily life, no matter where you're at.
And again, it'd be time that we'd be out. Someone might say something, we'd be like, man, what the fuck did you say?
Right.
Like, you know what?
Right. And if the Lord's dealing with you, hey, he's gonna give you little hints. Hey, how did that thought just in my head? So the Lord's guiding you.
So a lot of times the Lord's not gonna have y'all hit somebody.
Right.
Be like, yo, man,
Right.
Right.
That's
right.
And one thing I realized, man, the shit that is going on in our mind, we'll really put somebody. We'll put somebody in spirit, bro. The Lord really not gonna have unless you like. Lord ain't gonna have you somebody come to you like.
Right.
Yeah, what's up?
Because
it ain't gonna have that.
Even more so, the men of the Lord don't have a spirit of fear.
That's right.
So we know that at the end of the day, if we get sick of the spirit world,
down for this shit.
Hey, we get sick of the spirit world, and we go to the place of rest.
Yeah,
The average nigga, Jake, like, oh my God, I'm going to hell,
Right.
torture forever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you everything. I know. See, what happened was, at the end of the day, we know that we understand and believe in reincarnation. We know that we're going to live again. We know we're going to have rulership of the kingdom. So our life, we don't look at our life as these average Jakes value their life. Like, this is the only life they have. And the next life is going to be even worse because they're going to be tortured in some place called hell forever and ever. They really don't believe in heaven. And if they did, they don't even believe they're going there because of what the church teaches. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I haven't done, I do that. I smoke cigarettes. I said too many curse words.
That's right.
Just off the strength of saying a curse word, I'm going to hell.
I don't even know what the fuck.
Exactly. So just off of what they were taught in the church, they don't. Even if they do believe in heaven, they don't even think they're going there.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Just a small parable where we're at right now. Broad Street, and that
Hey,
reminds me of
and Grace Street's the next 2 streets down.
right. And in Grace, I live on Grace. So it's just the worldly parables like that the Lord has provided for us. It's a beautiful thing.
That's beautiful.
I
didn't think about that.
Broad is the way. Yeah, it's a big broad street.
In a lot of states, that got Broad Street.
Right.
So we even got Broad Street.
You can walk that Broad Street. Hey,
you see a lot of things on Broad Street.
Right. Well, that's where these people are fucking on. That's what they're on. We're on the street.
Right. And the majority of these people are on that Broad Street.
Right.
They want to see the affairs of the world. They want to see the sights. He's like, but that narrow path is no sights to see.
Right.
I want to see the. They want to have that smooth sailing. They want to be able to stop at gas stations, get gas and get snacks. That narrow path, ain't no gas stations, ain't no stops.
100 miles.
Right.
Right.
Rest stop.
Like, and matter of fact, let's read it. It says the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand.
So it's dangerous. You're not gonna be careful.
Right.
Every step you're like, you know.
Yeah.
Even when you go on a balance beam, right? You got to be skilled to walk that balance beam. If you fall, it's over.
Right.
Got it.
It says if there was a fire on the right hand and the left a deep water, you know. And it says in one and Slocky, and that's beautiful because hey, what are the Most High's cleansing? Fire and water. You know, it says and one Slocky and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be Slocky, so small that there could but one man go there at once. You know,
So the narrow, the entrance into the kingdom is this, is like this.
God. And that goes into working out your own salvation.
Yeah.
Ain't no, hey, I'm gonna stand next to you. Hey, we going to go.
Hey,
No, one at a time.
Hey,
You on your own.
I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna jump on your back.
Right.
We gonna do this
Right.
together.
No,
If you
we
slip
gonna hold hands and go
right.
together. Right.
And if only one, if it's that narrow of a path, and only one can go, if one person slip, ain't no help me. I reach for you, I fall with you.
Right. Hey, bro, I'm gonna see you in the kingdom, bro.
Right. Hey, yes, you ain't. Hey, some people fall out.
Yeah,
You know, they just fall out, man. You know, and that's why Scripture says, "Many are called, but few are chosen."
They didn't consider.
God, right. Right.
Yeah.
And we understand that was their judgment. If they fall out, they, the Lord might have had them to, basically fall out of this thing and be destroyed, man. And you got to accept that, you know.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come unto me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and own sister and sisters, yea, and his own life.
Your mom gonna try to persuade you, right? The girl gonna try to persuade you, right? Your sister, your brother, they gonna try to persuade you. They try to make it seem like you crazy. Something wrong with you. No, right. Something wrong with y'all, right?
And that doesn't mean you go up to your family like, I hate every one of y'all. Mother, it's just basically you have to separate yourself from the affairs of this world, man. You can't love this world, and if you put your family, your mother, your father, your kids over this wisdom and knowledge and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, hey man, you can't, like the scripture said.
Like your boy said, he said, my daddy made me take the juice so I can go to school.
You gotta go to school.
Fuck out of here. I gotta go to school.
So your daddy paid all that money for you to come to the school and sag your goddamn pants and wear a bandana. Like you look like you might as well be and smoke it just waste. It is wasting the parents' money, man. For all that, like yo, goddamn, you could have just said, hey, yo, dad, I know I'm gonna be a nigga anyway. Just give me the money you can give me in college and let me go out and be a nigga. You're doing it anyway. Right. Just give me that 50,000 and I'm just gonna start my life.
Be an educated nigga. So-called educated nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ox.
And his own life, he cannot be my disciple.
Hey, read that again.
And his own life, he cannot be my disciple.
So you gotta sacrifice your own life to be the disciple of the Lord, man. So you gotta put off your own life, man.
Especially a father really goes to want to see his son.
Like
be like somebody in this society. Oh, mother, your mother gonna want you to be all juiced in with the society as well. Yep. And it's always going to be a constant battle. Yeah, constant competition. You ain't if you talking.
No, you good. My bad.
When you talking with your parents, man, it's always going to end up coming up. That's why you can, you deal with your gut, your family for a certain amount of time. You just got to dip. Because I know me personally, man. If I run my people too long, she's gonna come out and be arguing. So I already know where what it is with my family.
It only takes so much.
I gotta take so much, man. It's just gonna come out.
Hey,
what is it? See,
you took so many hits. Next thing you know, what's that cartoon where his eyes just kept getting redder and steam?
That's it.
Because I mean, we can only be around our worldly family, but so long, man. Because I mean, it's just like it's grievous. It's grievous just listening. Hey, like Lot said, man, he was vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked.
Like one of my sisters, right? She be talking about her daughter, her education. I'd be like, what? She be talking about her son. I'd be like, we get to talking. I found myself like watching myself, saying certain things, but man, stuff is tough.
Right.
We end up getting arguing.
And the way Esau's got this system set up,
Yeah.
the conversation you have with your family, there's topics that are gonna come up because it's happening right now prolifically. Like the juicy juice coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come a pandemic and disease, staying safe.
Matter of
You
fact,
know,
put your mask
yeah,
on
yeah,
for me,
yeah. All
please.
this shit is gonna basically be a topic in your conversation. You just gotta be like, either don't say. You gotta like actually dumb yourself down to be around these average people. You know, they don't have them like that movie where you put on the glasses and you really saw everybody was.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
they don't have those spiritual lenses, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old
They live.
yeah. God, they don't have that, man.
Bless them that got eyes to
God.
see.
Yeah, that's right. God, because I mean, you get around your people, they're gonna talk about next presidential campaign, a Democratic, a Republican. You know, this new law, this bill, education, all this bullshit that has no meaning at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what happened in the Ukraine? The slap. Did you see the slap? Well, I see. Everybody's got the 2 cents on what Will Smith and Chris Rock. Man, that shit was set up and fuck both of them niggas, man. God damn, they both put on dresses. You know, what type of I'm not listening to no nigga to put a dress.
Yo. What was that? What bad boy?
Fucking dude.
Yeah,
Both of them kissed the fucking dude.
multiple movies.
When they did that gay shit in that movie theater.
Multiple movies.
Yep. She said, "Oh, both y'all got homo porno shows in here, and that shit was scripted just for just make it seem like that shit.
Yep.
But it did it as a comedian.
Yep.
But,
Yep. Will Smith has played literally a homosexual in many movie roles.
I'm gonna keep going.
Go ahead.
It says, and whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
That's right.
For which of you intended to build a tower sitteth not down first and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish.
Right.
Lest he happily, after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, and
you found out you're a Hebrew Israelite, right? You woke up to it,
Thought
see,
that was it.
Yeah, you see, you're gonna have salvation, but now you thought that was it. You weren't ready for the outcomes of the pressure, pain, suffering, right? The agony that was gonna come.
Basically being an outcast.
Yeah, man. Ain't no one gonna like you, man.
Right.
Oh, you think you gonna get into a good girl? Yeah.
trying to get.
You might lose. Hey, you might lose your hairline.
That's right.
Hey, I lost mine, man.
Yeah, you gonna get great. Yeah, you can get great. Great. You didn't have great in. You gonna have great hairs eventually.
Well, the scriptures say eat the whole roll, man.
That's right, man. You might came in. You had that nice silky hair.
Yeah.
It says prepare thy soul for temptation.
You might lose that shit, man.
You have to prepare your soul for temptation. You have demons fucking with you. You're constantly gonna be tempted, tested. You're gonna have to basically, say, are you gonna stand, with your morals, the things you believe in, or are you gonna conform to this world for, this worldly gain, man? For profit, for a little bit of money, to be accepted in this place amongst your kids, your wife, your family, because hey, man, let's just face it, our family looks down upon us, man. You might have some of your family members that are cool with you, that they don't really mind what you believe in to a certain extent, but the majority of our family, they do not like us, man. They really despise what we believe in. Put it that way.
I got to preach.
Go ahead, Doc.
Go ahead, Doc. This Matthew 12:46. While he yet talked, this is talking about Yahushua. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood.
Right, his mother and his brethren popped up while he was teaching at a very young age. Like, hey, Yahushua, what are you doing? You didn't tell us where you were. You didn't tell us, you were out here. Like, we were looking everywhere for you.
Looking for you.
Go ahead, Doc.
That's right. Brethren, and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered, and he said unto him, and that unto him that told him, who is my mother? Right. And who are my brothers?
Yeah, he's basically saying your family's here. So he's like, who's my family? Because I'm here with my family. So what's these family members you're talking about? Because I'm with my family, my brethren right here. Go ahead, Doc.
And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
Right.
That's an exclamation point.
Con.
He was, stern about that.
Go ahead.
For whosoever shall do the will of my
Right.
Father,
Right.
which is in heaven, the same is my brother and my sister and mother.
That's right. Your family, your true family is the brothers, man. The
right.
ones that are in this truth doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that out here teaching, uploading videos, out here prophesying, making their bodies a living sacrifice. Those are the ones that got you, man. Those are the ones we can trust on. You can't trust on your own family, man. You know, under the umbrella of pandemic and disease, we really see how much your family you can't trust. Hey, you knocking the door? What do you want? I get kicked out of my house. I ain't got no. It's the door. Be like this. Hey, they better not have no people.
Right.
Yep. Nobody move. You know,
Right.
they
talk to you behind the door.
you take the
My sister did that.
Sorry, lock, click.
And one of my cousins said only through Zoom I can see her.
Yeah, you can't see it though. Matter of fact, we're glad you don't like coming to holiday gatherings because you're not allowed anymore anyway.
Right.
You know, and hey man, that's just full of this whole cold pandemic or disease, juicy juice or whatever you want to call it, man. Imagine how much more this Quran when it's pushed on a high level, man. You know, and they're really gonna look down upon you. Didn't take the Quran, because they're already gonna be mind controlled to even further extent. You know, they're gonna be all fucked up in the head. The demons are gonna be heavier upon them. Esau is even gonna be putting little dots in their head. You know,
I had a certain cousin of mine. They bought. See, I want, I got to the point. You know, I don't talk. I don't talk. I don't talk about the truth about people. You know, I'm not leading with it. I'm not talking about it.
right?
You know, let's talk about some
Right.
regular shit.
Right.
Until I dip. So they brought it back out. They was yeah. So da 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 da. I'm like, what? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to challenge me, like, call this, da da. I'm like, what? Huh? Yeah. I said a couple of scriptures. I kept, and then I go back and check on it joint. All of them got back.
Yeah.
And heavily support. Yeah. Got whole joint on social media. I advise everybody. Right. The Lord, they use the Lord, Jesus,
They try to pull, they try to pull Charlie Murphy on. They challenge him and make sure your people there.
What they try to pull that Romans 13? I think it's Romans 13 where it says,
but basically like some shit. Everybody should do for the Lord, this, some bullshit,
Right. And you're gonna lose friends in this truth, because let's face it, you're out here in elements. You're out here in the public. People gonna see you. Your friends are gonna see you out here. They're gonna see you out here. Especially if you live in a smaller city, they're gonna see you out here eventually, and they're gonna, they're gonna know just by, what you got on, the signs, to a certain extent, what you're out here teaching. Man, they might be like, you one of them Hebrew Israelites. Mm-hmm. They might discard you as a friend, and if so be it. Fuck it. You don't need them in your life anyway.
It says, what is it? Be not
with unbelievers. That's right, man. And coming to this truth, you're part of the elect. Hey, the Lord's gonna, take out these people in your life that you don't need, man.
Going back to, seeing heathen. We speak to the heathen about this truth. They're not going to understand what you're saying. Well, our people have become here, so they're not going to understand what you're saying.
Another language.
You can't, allow them to be your downfall. Right. You can't allow, things in the affairs of this world to be your downfall. Yeah, we got cars. Right. We might, buy a car. You got to pay the bill on it. You work at a job. You got your own little business. So forth. I mean, you do the things that you do that tend to them. They have children. Try to do the best you can with them. You got a woman, you got to put in effort, deal with her, things like that. But overall, man, but when it comes down to truth, man, brotherhood, really, going all out doing the best you can for the truth, man, that's number one focus, man. You can't. The truth should never ever be secondary to what's to the world. Everything in this world should be secondary to this truth. And you build around this truth.
Nothing in this world is going to bring you salvation.
That's right.
The word is the only thing that's going to bring you salvation.
We tell you the ways of this world is death. Everything in this world is conflict to the scripture. We can get a couple of scriptures lesson.
Oh, now you
They
just
want to
started.
look at it.
Now you just started something.
That's right.
People
That's
crash.
right. Yeah. Not my Jesus.
Yeah, you know you done started something. You know.
That's right.
People that
We can close out. Y'all got to close out for two one go
that's about not
on.
close up
3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours.
2:58.
Might as well, yeah, wait till the 3 hour mark. We'll get somebody get Micah chapter is it chapter 2? 2 and 10?
He get it. No, I was getting I think it's 2 and 2 or 1 and 2.
1 and 2. What is that?
yeah, 1
I got it. 2 and 2.
Yeah.
This is Micah chapter 2 and 2. Let me start from verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, like in Jake that came out at the beginning of beginning of camp, and we never even opened up camp, because we just, because just kind of camp just. And lately we've been coming here and camp just been popping up, happening because you got people that'll come up. You had them three Jakes that came up and basically inquired what we were talking about, and we went into who they are according to the Bible. How the so-called white man has oppressed you and gave you this term that you call yourselves being black, and all these other bywords, and that you better repent before it's too late, and that America's gonna be destroyed, man. God.
name, Esau is the name really destroyed.
Right.
So
Right. That's right. The so-called white man has oppressed you. Your heritage has taken your land, has given you a word and a name to call yourself, a doctrine to follow. He's giving you black culture. He wanted you to be a nigger. He wants you to follow the ways and affairs of this world, man. He wants you to be wicked as hell, man. And like that Jake said, man, he said, yo, a lot of things have been coming by since I've been standing up here, and that's how them demons work, man. Them demons don't, a whole lot of demons went by in that little 20 minutes.
Lord made it Lord made a man.
God.
So that's gonna stick with them.
Yep.
That's right. Even if they didn't take nothing when the first we had, they're gonna remember that. Man.
And it was all right, they heard, they listened, they accepted it.
You gotta understand the truth really went by word of mouth.
Right. That's right.
Before the elders looked at on the internet.
Right, God.
So this by word of mouth.
Right, exactly. God.
We all know, like also, so we all know through arguments and cuttings.
Right.
The scripture tells you about the two word is like a two-edged sword.
Right. Yep.
The people, they get upset.
Yep.
Oh, man, guess what, bro?
Right.
Well, guess what? The honey.
Yep.
Guess what? I was called a devil.
Yeah.
Right.
We just planted that seed.
Disputing contending with his faith.
Yep.
Man, people talk about this.
Right.
Man. They record us, put it, and ultimately, doing it on the internet.
Yep.
Yeah,
we just planted the seed. The Lord, the Lord told us to go out here and prophesy. Plant that seed. Show the so-called Negroes, kings, and Native Americans are their transgressions, man. And the Lord will do the rest, man.
I got a precept.
Go ahead,
this is Luke 4. This is Luke 4 and 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because He have appointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind. And the blind are those in this world, bro.
They're blind.
They're blind.
And they're also their captives.
And they're captives as well.
That was the elect.
That was us. That was us.
We were once blind, man, before the Most High took those calluses off our eyes. Go ahead.
That's Titus, I think, the 3rd chapter.
To set at liberty them that are bruised. This is verse 19. To preach the acceptable
And and we
fear
are
of the
bruised,
Lord.
man. We are bruised. When we came before we came into this truth, man, we found this truth. Like, yo, world had fucked you up. You didn't went to this doctor, that doctor. You went from calling on Allah to Jesus Christ, the goddamn Buddha. You know, you didn't ate so much pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Your body fucking ready to decline, ready to stop working. Yeah, God. You know, the ways of this world, you trying to make it and climb that ladder of success and failing because that wasn't your life. The Most High didn't want you. That's why you fell out of college. That's why you didn't make it in this job and that job. That's why you didn't make it as a basketball player, or you try to be the best fighter, or you got hurt. You wanted to be the top. You want to be in the NBA. All you did was practice, but it ain't work out, man. College ain't work out for you. This ain't work out. That job ain't work out for you. You know, because hey, man, if you're part of the elect, man, hey, you're gonna stand in your life.
You got to give her credit. She fucked up your life.
God, that's right.
Kept you from that chance.
Right.
Huh?
You know, God, you know,
you could have been all the way across the world. That girl, but if the Lord
Right.
had it set up. You guys had that misery.
God.
And you stumbled across the truth. You like,
That's right.
that's
Some
bitch.
relief, right?
Gave me.
A man's coming
You know?
and going of the Lord, and that means even coming and going across. You know, a lot of us woke up via the internet and YouTube. You coming and going, hey, that's a form of you scrolling through the internet. We was probably just looking for some nigga shit, like yo, music video. All of a
I'm
sudden,
gonna tell you how I came about it, right? I was looking for some Call of Duty zombie shit. Yeah. And I heard the
hey,
brother
it's beautiful. Call of Duty.
Yep.
And literally Call of Duty.
And then I heard the brother Kazak down there in Mississippi break down the name of the Lord. And I brought it to my ex-old lady. She's like, nah, that can't be true. And then I came out there and started seeing y'all, and then her ass out the house.
Hey, very well, this could be your, you know, you be you know, when you're part of the elect, your Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord, hey, many are called, and you know, and few are chosen, man. You know.
Can I get that out?
Hey, yeah, go ahead, bring that out. We'll close out with that. You know, because that's how I woke up. I mean, I was scrolling to YouTube. I don't know what the hell. I used to look at all types of, you know, like conspiracy videos and all that. You know, and I don't know who. I don't know. I don't think I stumbled across GMS at first. I think I stumbled across. I think I stumbled across it was GTA out in up in north, New Jersey. You know, and then I started watching some other camps. And then, I stumbled upon Great Millstone. And once I started seeing Great Millstone videos, I didn't watch them other camps no more. Yeah, you know, and then, go ahead.
This going into that duty for the as a brother.
Con.
This Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the duty, the whole duty of man.
That's right. It's your whole duty of being an Israelite, man. You know, it's to fear the Lord and keep his commandments, man. You know, to the best of your abilities. You're not going to be able to keep the law 100%. You know, but the majority of our people, they don't fear the Lord, man. You know, they think the Lord's a joke. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a game. America's going to go on forever. That the things that we're saying aren't going to come to pass. You know, and everything we're saying is a lie. And that we're just a big joke. You know, well, the joke's on them, man. You know, because they think this place is gonna go on forever. You know, and they think that that they're just gonna the so-called white man's just gonna ride off into the sunset, but you know they're gonna be rudely awakened. You know, this place is soon to be destroyed, and you know we got next, man. You know, we're gonna have rulership over all these nations, man. You know, and as simple as that. Hey, we can go ahead and close out. You know, Lord willing, you were edified. You know, we're gonna go ahead and close out. You know, I'm gonna face the east. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Makakash. I want to give double honors to the head apostles and others, a great millstone and rule well and tell us his wisdom, knowledge, and truth according to the Bible. Peace and blessings to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in, week out, in our truth and sincerity. Till next time, shalom. 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 Shalom.